Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm
WBC Productions.
I must be the greatest.
Let's get that done.
I've been here before and I know what it takes. It's hard work, dedication. Boxingwoods.com. Mayweather's TV, he's the best.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Can't nobody take that away from us. We're coming to fight.
They do what they can, I do what I want.
When you look at how he throws that left hook, it starts out really low. We're going to see what kind of counters they have.
Oh, and the lefts and rights by Maidana. And it's all Marcos Maidana here. A lot of those punches off his shoulder.
I think anybody out there listening or the key, anybody, you think that that's a dangerous deal to make. I think it's a perfect deal to make.
Boxingwoods.com.
15 minutes. Can you be strong for 15 minutes? Can you? Listen, the concentration is weaving a little bit. Pick it up. Pick it up!
Some things about we got to deal with his body shots. I don't think you want to be that close to us. He's talking about letting the left hook go, then you don't take the left hook. Let's get that done.
Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? Look, we're firemen. We are firemen! The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat.
Boxingwoods.com.
Let's get that done.
Danny, how much of the difference is it for you at this weight?
You lost weight, man?
Yeah, I'm working out. I lost like 35 every fighter's a threat.
Puerto Rico. Miguel
Boxingwoods.com.
We're not going to do that. We're going to take this fight against Keith. We're going to get less than you, Keith, but we're going to get more the second time. So go ahead and make it 2 times.
Boxingwoods.com. My job is to focus on boxing, going out there being the best that I can be.
Alright, you men receive my instructions. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands. I want you to touch gloves now, men. You're boxing at the bell. We'll not place to go.
Boxingwoods.com. Boxingwoods.com.
Saturday, I think somebody's going to get stalked. We don't know who, but, I'm pretty confident in myself. And we're ready.
I must be the greatest.
Boxingwoods.com. Good morning, good morning. Oh, shit on repeat.
WBC Productions.
Yo, what up, though? Buenos dias, Corpus Christi, New Jersey. What's going on, fellas?
What up?
Yo, it's supposed to be a big fight week. I don't even know, man. I mean, I got my own personal life issues going on, so I want to apologize to the community. We ain't been around since Friday due to, obviously, our commentating gig on Saturday, which went off very well. Shout out to YouTube for ruining the main event. But
what happened?
We did do a fantastic job. I think me and the guys came together fairly well. Practice makes perfect, and the more we do it, the better we're getting. I do believe that this Saturday was one of our best, if not the best, and hopefully we continue to get phone calls. Definitely got 2 phone calls. Didn't really amount to nothing, as not everyone can afford what it is to put on such an event. So shout out to Cortez Bay, Mickey Bay, and Pert, because I've been to Atlanta many, many, many times, and I've commentated now many times. This was the best. I mean, the level of Patreon, the quality of Patreon, the money that was being spent, you can just see a different caliber of Patreon, and that is important. That being said, this doesn't necessarily feel too big. I'm actually approved to this fight, and obviously with my personal issues, I'm going to be allowing someone else to go in my place. But I'm not even mad. I mean, the whole catchphrase for this fight is, can he get his belt back? And by he, I mean Pacquiao. I mean, I think that's a simple enough answer for most of us, even the casuals. We're all picking Pacquiao. It's Ugas' job to upset the apple cart. I don't even know that that's a headline, like, can he get the belt back? I think it's more like, can Ugas keep it?
Yeah, listen, first and foremost, I do want to say thank you and shout out to the Cortez brothers. They put on a hell of a show. Like Ness said, it felt big time. It felt big time. You know, like, we were just there, and I'm like, turn to my right, and it's in VIP. Like, there's Sierra. You know, Hitman Holler in the back. Like, it was like, and I know, like, people were like, oh, man, you know, it's not like Dave Chappelle was there or nothing. But, like, that, for that kind of show, like, that was big time. I'm telling y'all, like, I've been to shows with, like, more known fighters and have not seen a crowd like that ever. You know what I mean? They were like just on fire.
I never seen Sierra in person, so fuck
me
that.
neither.
That shit was fire.
Hell yeah. Yo, she was just sitting right there next to us, like right in VIP, 10, 15 feet away. I remember Ness was like, yo, that's Sierra right there. And I went, stop it. She took off her hat, and I was like, yep, that's Sierra. Like, you knew it right away.
I knew.
Right?
I mean, I knew because she sent her publicist. She was like, yo, she wanted a picture with me. And I'm like, who is that? She was like, oh, that's Sierra. I'm like, why? Nah, that part I lied.
You lied. I was I swear to God,
Mario.
I was like, what?
Mario's too gullible. He's funny as hell.
And you didn't let me go hit
Yo,
up
but you know what? It's a lot of people ask for pictures. So it's like, I was like, wait a minute.
Well, I never asked for pictures. Dude.
The atmosphere, listen, again, the atmosphere there was in Decatur, Georgia. Cosmopolitan Premier Lounge was fire.
Bro, that lounge is fire. Let me tell you, man. I mean, I know you were going. I'm cutting you off just to mention the ladies because, like, the fact that that spot comes with the ladies is insane to me. Like, honestly, I wish I had something to do in Atlanta to use that venue, bro. I mean, they giving the venue like 25 superior bottle girls. It's like
superior.
Bro, like,
I never heard that.
That's their biggest export from that bar, right? It's like that's what they give out more than anything. It's just
was bottle girls.
You
good
can count
energy,
on
and when the co-main and the main came about, I mean, listen, I mean. Every punch, every knockdown, it seemed like the crowd would get closer to the ring.
Closer and closer.
It was crazy. And it wasn't that they were actually
like
walking towards the ring, but everybody was standing off of their seats and trying to lean forward to see even closer. It was just crazy, the co-main and the main event. I mean, the whole card was a great card considering, you know, that some of the bouts were fell through.
Yeah.
We were worried about that as a, you know, just as a telecast. I couldn't imagine the promoters. But 5 fights made up for anything that had fell out. I swear, it was just magnificent the way it went down.
For real. Yo, and did you see, Doomy, that they had captured Truck's entrance, the music, and it made World Star?
What?
That was dope. Somebody. Yeah, somebody. It wasn't our footage. It was somebody's camera. I forgot the name of the rapper that rapped them out. I'd actually heard of him before. Anyway, yeah, it was on World Star. I think it was on World Star. Or maybe it been Show. I forgot, but it was definitely one of those viral website spots for hip hop. And they had it. Yo, that crowd was like even those performances. For me, as a hip hop fan, specifically like a hip hop fan that really appreciates a good song, I've never really loved rappers or musicians of any kind, bringing out boxers or fighters unless they're performing a song that everybody knows. Because if it's not like this, anthem, right? And then everybody's like, what is he playing? Because the sound's never right. They never really go through rehearsals. It's just such a flat performance usually. So it's got to be a banging beat. It's got to be a song that everybody knows and jams and will get everybody up. it's got to check a lot of boxes. But these two were great. You know, they had the entire crowd up, and the songs were really good actually. So, you know, shout out to them. It was a great show.
It definitely was, man. They got some very exciting plans to come. Obviously, at the moment, we are not at liberty. I just pray that the big man allows us to be part of those plans for their next show. Because if they can get off their wish, whew, if we thought this one was big. And look, when we're talking big, you know, just to put things into perspective, we're obviously talking about big for a club level, non-television. You know, there's no site fee here. There's no financial help from a major network. You know what I mean? This is these small-time local promoters putting it on. So, you know, for Cortez Bay and Mickey and Perp, they got it off. Like, again, we've done maybe 5, I guess, now. March, we did 1. Then
we did a double up.
3 in July, and then 1 in August. So that's 5 right there.
Uh-huh.
And that's enough. And that was 4 promoters: BPE, TriStar, South Paul, and Bay Brothers. So that's 4 different flavors, man. And honestly, this is they had the best chef. I'm just being honest. Like they chefed up a damn great card. I did think the DJ was too loud, but that was from
at times he was, Ness.
That was from a production standpoint. It's like, bro, you overdoing it with this music. But it's like he stole my playlist, bro. He was out there just, bro, check the million off my playlist 3 years ago. I mean, that he had that on repeat, right? Like,
he's been repeating that line all weekend.
And the motherfucking the club was just like, whoa, you could feel it when that beat came on, bro. Like, who is that? I forget who it is, but I got him on my playlist.
It's from the DJ Khaled album.
Yes.
But I forgot who it is.
Yes.
Yeah, no, listen, I think that, like you said, the show was just great, and I think we're getting better at this. And so are the other people that, we're working with that, we've been seeing the Georgia Commission, shout out to them, got a ref in there.
Yo, we made them step their game up. I swear, look, I'm big-headed.
You made them step their game.
I'm big-headed. I think everything is because of us, but honestly, we had a new ref for this fight, bro. We had a legit
good ref too.
A legit younger, more stern, physically more fit ref.
Bouncing off the ropes.
The commission,
Doomy style, doing all 5 fights.
And not only that, the commission, man, you got to give them credit. I mean, hopefully nothing is wrong with Darren moving forward, because he did continue to fight with that cut. And that's the scary part for a commission is he can fight with it, but are we damaging his future and his eyesight for the future? But hopefully, if nothing resorts moving forward, that there's no, I think they did a fantastic job by allowing it, because he got a chance to show an amazing heart. I mean, I've been doing this a while now. Mm-hmm. Very few fighters that we can, Algeria is the only one that comes to mind, but to get up 3 times in the first round, and then just still try to fight, still, try to deny that you're gonna lose. It was I'm so just
he wasn't
grateful.
Going out.
He wasn't going out.
That was a Timothy Bradley level type of comeback. It wasn't a Provodnikov type of opponent, but it was a Timothy Bradley-esque type of comeback.
But for Darren, the Scorpion was hitting like Provodnikov, because every time he touched him,
that
he heard him.
Work he was doing.
He heard him though. Every time. The Scorpion, listen, he's made a name for himself. I told y'all that day at the telecast, MP Promotions might sign his ass. Because you check the comments, Philippines they do not like us.
Whoa. Oh yeah, they're mad.
Whoa,
they're very mad.
They said we were biased. And I don't know.
I just
think Filipinos are like that, because I remember we did a live fight chat for the last Filipino that just won. He had 1 loss, but he beat Joshua Greer. That was his big fight.
Yes.
We did a live fight chat for that, and they never satisfied. Like you're never saying enough about their fighter.
Word. No, yeah, I get what you mean.
I mean, it seemed like that. Obviously, the hometown hero was Darren. You know, he was the guy. He was the A side.
He walked in like it was the main event.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, for our Filipino crowd, man, we try to stay as unbiased as possible. But what happened with me, specifically with the way I was looking at the fight, I didn't really know too much about Joseph. He came in great shape. That's one thing I noticed right from the beginning. But I didn't know too much about him, and he was throwing solid combinations, but they were the same combinations. And I
don't even know that it was a combination, brother.
That left hook.
My man was
go up top.
He was doing the Marquez hook. That's it.
Yeah, he was really not setting it up, but it was landing. That was the crazy part.
Yeah, he would come in with veracity, and I think some of his headbutts. You know, I'm not gonna say they caused the cut because I didn't pay as close attention. I didn't have the actual visual or POV or whatever. But the way Joseph would come in, he would come in with his freaking head. And I seen him bump heads with Darren a couple times. But I mean, shout out to Joseph, man. We all didn't think that. You know, everybody thought Darren was gonna go in there and it was gonna be a showcase.
Listen, he made a name for himself. Ambos, listen, he got an NABF. And this is the thing, you know, you're talking about a guy that hadn't fought in 3 years. You know,
2019 last time.
You couldn't, and this is why boxing is beautiful. You know what I mean? Because you count a guy out, you automatically think that the A side is gonna win. The same way that we already done with our Pacquiao talk. We started like, yeah, man. I mean, this really should be called "Is Ugas gonna keep the belt?" Let's move on because we know that the B side is supposed to lose. It's just that simple. So when a B-side comes in there and does what Ambos does, you got to appreciate it. And, you know, whatever is coming to him, let it come because that's the beauty of boxing. You know, the underdog gets to live his day in the light. And with that belt, don't be surprised if you see Ambos on a DAZN or a top rank. Man, I was telling the promoter, like, you guys better lock him in. That was a vacant title. It's an NABF. That's like next step, which means he don't got to rematch you. Now for Ambos, obviously this will be a big money fight for him if he can get the rematch. If he takes the rematch, but I mean, again, a dude 3 years in activity from the Philippines, I was not expecting him to do what he did. And it's more about his power because that was the lack of tank, right? Like he would land this big left shot and then he really couldn't put anything else together. So, you know, he needs to go back to the drawing board as well if he wants to win the next fight easier because I think Darren will still outbox him. I think Darren's biggest mistake was this. Mitty, shout out to Coach Mitty in the UK in the pre-pro.
Mitty.
He showed us, and that's why he is a coach, right? A boxing coach. Now my man's out here doing jiu-jitsu. He just got his trainer's license. Shout out to Coach Mitty for being legit. And he said, look, it was the lack of, I ain't going to say he said that because I don't know if that was it, but they didn't instruct him well enough before the fight that if something like this happens, take the 10-8. So he got knocked down, and instead of taking the 10-8 and getting on the back foot, collecting himself, he's like, holy shit, all my fans see me get dropped. I got to get this back.
Exactly.
And he's trying to get it back, and he gets dropped again. Now he's like, oh my God, I got dropped 2 times in front of all these people. Oh my God, I got to get it back. And you get dropped again. Now you're in this fucking hole.
Still.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got the wrong mentality, and he's hurt. That's a bad combination.
Lack of experience. Because with experience, you take that loss. It's only 1 round. You lose that first round 10-8. You come back in that second round, you on the back foot, you outbox this dude for the next 5 rounds, it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
And that was the other part too, Ness. It's like like I knew Darren was going to lose on that scorecard. He should have lost on that scorecard. But we're talking about the game of boxing in terms of points, right? Like the way points are awarded.
Yeah.
But if you match up those rounds, there's a case to be made that Darren won as many rounds as Joseph did in terms of 4-4. Now, because of all the knockdowns, it was very difficult for Darren to get a score without getting those knockdowns back.
I don't know that I could have. I gotta like go back and watch.
I didn't score it, but
yeah, that's just
4 rounds. I could see 4 rounds maybe.
Who the hell expected to score that fight?
Like, I didn't.
So this is the thing. When I went into it, he loses the first round. That's obvious, and it was a 10-6 round. Then I think the next round he gets knocked down again, so that's 10-8. And every time he was winning, he would get hurt. So it's like arguable, did he win the round or do you give it to the dude that hurt the man? Like if only one dude got hurt in that round, it's kind of tough not to give him that round. But I get it. The other side is like, yo, but he only hit him once while this guy's been outboxing him for 3 minutes. It was difficult, man. But again, that's why power is the equalizer. You see, because one punch can make you second guess all the work that a boxer did in a round. So sometimes it's just better to have that power, baby.
Yeah, power never lets down.
Brother, I can't believe how great Floyd was. You understand? Like, that's the only fighter that wasn't knocking dudes out that you never picked for knockout. But you never picked him to get knocked out because no one can bully him. Like, dudes that can't punch usually get bullied. Floyd never got bullied. Never got bullied. He was always so composed. Bro, so laser sharp. It's crazy that it's gonna. I wonder when we're gonna get another Floyd. Like, and we always compare our fighters to him. But they're so far from him when you just really look at other people fighting and then compare. Like, yo, Floyd, none of that shit happens to Floyd. If he gets hit with a left hook, it's a wrap. He downloaded that shit. He adjusted. He's blocking that. Mosley never hit him with another right hand. Maybe twice he hit him. You know what I mean? People just can't do it. Judah never was able to do it. I guess Castillo was the only thing. And then look at that second fight. That shit was a blowout, man.
Blowout.
Yo, Canelo, as great as he is, my man didn't land nothing. Absolutely. Like, look at Thurman versus Guerrero. And look at what Floyd did to Guerrero. Look at Berto versus Guerrero. It's so crazy, man.
It's styles, man.
It's sad, bro. We need another Floyd, man. We need, like, why is there such a drop-off, too? It's like Floyd, everybody else.
But that's the way greatness works, though.
Nah, because Ali, he wasn't even as great as Floyd. Like, obviously, defensively, I mean, obviously, they're going to say, oh, Floyd didn't fight the level of opposition of Ali, which is arguable, But Ali was taking shots. He was taking shots throughout his career.
Well, it's like you got to, like, I'm tired of this, like, conversation. It's like Ali, styles make fights. So, like, when you say, oh, well, who was better? But it depends who they fight in. Floyd will look, great against a certain competition that maybe Ali wouldn't. Ali would look great against certain competition that maybe Floyd wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, when you break down these fighters' assets, defensively, that's the thing. And so when I look at a fight like with Darren, yes, he lost the fight. Yes, he showed his inexperience. Yes, give Joseph all the credit. But I can go in there and pick some aspects of the fight where it's like, whoa, if Darren keeps working, like, those are things that he's doing well. Look at that heart he showed. Look at his ability to get up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get that. Listen, I guess that came off wrong. I'm just saying that Floyd was so great. That's all. I'm not saying, it's such a difference, because, like, you said it perfect. Styles make fights, because there's going to be a bunch of people to say, well, Floyd had an easier resume. But let's just leave it at Styles. Who's Floyd's foreman? You know what I'm saying? And obviously, they're going to say he doesn't have a foreman, but stylistically, it would have to be Maidana, I think.
Maidana,
yeah. Biggest puncher and wild. Foreman was wild. You know what I mean? They talk about Wilder, but boy, have you watched Foreman? At early Foreman anyway, because, 40s Foreman was really down the pipe.
Yeah.
So then you think, other styles, like who's Floyd's Frazier, right? Because Frazier had that bob and weave, come forward, tons of pressure, you know. I don't know. I would need help with this.
Gotta be Manny. I mean, that's gotta be his greatest adversary. Like that's what we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be those fights lining up. It's like, what did that mean to the fighter?
No, but but Manny with that. I mean, I can see him being
maybe Mosley
with that movement. Yep.
Mosley.
You look just like Manny and Frazier right there. It's like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mosley would have to be like for Ali. I don't know. Didn't he fight Norton?
Yeah, Ken Norton. That's not bad.
And Norton was considered a big puncher like Mosley, you know, and he was declarated. Obviously, Mosley is like a full-time or some shit like that. He beat Oscar twice. I mean, he did lose to Vernon twice, but he beat Mayorga twice, maybe? I don't know. Damn, I'm getting old. I'm forgetting Mosley's resume. Lord.
Yeah, I was actually going to say...
You were going to say shout out to what
but he was the champion. Shout out to what rep it.
No, but Sonny Liston could be Floyd's Castillo. Either Castillo, which no, because Castillo throws too many punches, but it could be Corrales. Corrales was considered a dangerous puncher, and Floyd fought him.
That's not bad.
And and that's what I'm saying, though. Listen to me.
I don't think he was as past it as Sonny Liston was, though.
This is what I'm saying, though. Let's just get back to the original point. Like, look at that Floyd Corrales fight. It was like, yo, this is the fight. Yo, every time it's like, this is the fight, my man separates. Didn't he drop Corrales like 3 times in that fight? So it's
definitely.
I don't know, man. I miss that. I really do. Because, all right, look, we had Earl. Oh, big fight with Garcia. We expected you to knock him out. That shit ended up being a boxing match. Do you take credit away? I guess not, because we never took credit from Floyd for not getting a knockout. But then his Porter fight, you know, that was pretty tight. You know, like no one shows that level of consistent separation like Floyd. Maybe Shakur. I don't think Shakur, but he can't be in the conversation because he's not fighting that level of opposition.
Well, the problem with the conversation in its totality is that, you know, and then people are going to get pissed that I say this, but like, you know, was Floyd's competition so bad, or was he just so good that he made the highest level in the world look like that? You know what I'm saying? It was at Frazier and Foreman were so much monsters that they were equally considered the greatest of all time. They're up with Ali, or was it that Mayweather was just taking care of dudes that were at the highest caliber with much more ease?
And I think the easy.
I think the latter is true.
I think the latter is true. You're right.
The easy way for people is to say, no, Floyd didn't fight the level of opposition of the Four Horsemen and all this bullshit. You know, and you're right. It is a cop out because you see Leonard fighting Hearns, he got touched up. You know, you see these dudes. You see Ali Frazier touched up. Ali Foreman touched up.
Floyd, different styles of fighting,
Floyd's
man. They were special fighters in the aspect that they were willing to take risks and risks that would obviously cost them. And that's the thing about Mayweather. You couldn't tell Mayweather take a punch or give, the crowd couldn't steer him any way. If he would get hit,
you're right,
he wouldn't go crazy and start fighting you. He would maintain the discipline all 12 rounds.
That's what it was, Doomy, and that's why I brought him up, because if Darren would have had the discipline, like you say, he got caught up in what he had to prove to the crowd. Floyd don't never fight to the crowd. He fights to the cards. You understand? And that's how we got into this with Floyd, because it takes discipline. It takes discipline.
Bill Gates money, and you can buy this talent.
To not feed into the crowd, to not want to live up to your knockout ratio, your knockout streak like Berlanga. These things are difficult, man. I'm just glad that we're
how to fight under those pressures is something that it's learned over time.
It's experience.
And experience, and some just have it in them, man.
Yeah.
Some of them don't forget. Yeah. I mean, again, it goes back to the discipline. And you mentioned it very in the beginning of the start this morning. That's like, if he would have took that 8 count, relaxed,
totally different fight,
got his bearings, and then got up from that. But no, he popped up like Tigger,
Every time. He never even
down.
stood down. He never even stood on a knee till an 8. He kept showing everybody,
he kept jumping up.
I ain't hurt. Look, I'm jumping right up. I ain't hurt. And it's like, no.
Chinese get up.
You're not even like allowing your fucking computer, your motherboard isn't even fucking resetting. Every time your motherboard's reset from that hit, because when you get hit, that's what's fucking happen. Your computer shut down.
I thought about that, Ness, and you know the times that he got up like that, and I was trying to make sense of it because I know that Darren's far enough into his training as a fighter, maybe not into his professional career, but as a fighter, I know that he's worked on these things sometimes. So I was like, man, is he trying to get up fast because he has a cut, or did the cut happen afterwards? I was forgetting the timeline, but I'm like, why is he getting up so fast? And you know, it was surprising to me because I feel as though he's at those levels when, you know, he knows that he has to be able to take those knees. But maybe he didn't feel rocked. Maybe it was a flash knockout. I would have liked for him to take it a little easier instead of popping up like that, even after the second time. But I was always like, man, Mario, is he trying to prove something to the ref? I mean, does the ref see? And I'm gonna have to talk to a couple of refs I know, because if a fighter gets up quick, does that give you a better take on the fighter's condition?
Of course, it has to.
Do you automatically say, okay, you know what, he popped up and he popped up again? Of
course.
He popped up again because he got knocked down 3 times. So I'm saying to myself, if he doesn't pop up the 3rd time this fast, can they stop the fight? You know, I didn't even know if there was a 3 knockdown rule or what it was, but he got knocked down 3 times within 1 round. So I didn't even know what that was about. Maybe it wasn't in effect, right? Because from what I understand, you get knocked down 3 times in a round, you lose, right? Or am I wrong, Mario?
No, in amateurs, they usually have a 3 knockdown rule, but yeah, there's no 3 knockdown rule usually. The pros,
but it's 3 knockdown rules. It's still gonna be to the referee's discretion.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can look that up. It's always, like,
it's usually like that, you know, and it's always the referee.
So that's my thing. Was he popping up because he saw that he felt like he had to prove to the ref?
No, he was trying to prove it to everybody, including himself. You know, I'm not hurt. That was a flash knockdown. When he reacted that first time after that first knockdown, that's where the cut came, by the way. And you had postulated that it could possibly be headbutts that opened the cut up more, but the cut came from the first left that put Darren down in the first round. That's where the cut came out of. But
I think it was on Darren's
right eye, right?
It was on his left, I believe.
It was on his left. You're right. It was on his left.
So it was a right.
Well, he ended up with a cut over his right eye as well at the end of the fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was that was the big one. You're right.
So I don't know if it was a right hand or what.
It had to have been the right then.
But I was paying close attention, and like I told you, I can't say for a fact that the cut was opened by a headbutt, but I could tell you for a fact that headbutts were happening, and I could see
they opened it up further.
And I wouldn't even say that, and I couldn't even 100% say that, which is there is a very big possibility, but I could 100% say that I saw headbutts, like, you know, I seen little knots on Darren's forehead, and I would see the way Joseph Ambrose would. I'm talking about leap in with the 1-2, trying to cover that distance. But when he would cover that distance, sometimes Darren would stand his ground. And if Darren didn't duck down, I mean, they were there to clash, you know. So there would be times where Darren would just duck down Mayweather style and, you know, roll under a punch and pivot. And you wouldn't see that. But I saw it a couple of times, man.
Well, the problem is that left never stopped landing.
Never stopped coming.
Problem. I mean, it was – I think he was like – I don't know, maybe like 9 for 10 in the first 3 rounds with that left hand, with that exact same left hand, like, you know, and he might have even been shooting 10 for 10.
I think all of us on the telecast were yelling. All of us on the telecast were yelling, pick the right hand up.
Bro, I remember you yelling that.
Pick that right hand up, please.
Yo, and let me tell you something. People got mad, like, oh, how you giving Darren instructions? He's supposed to be commentating. I said, who doesn't do that? Like, which commentator do you not hear say, wow, he's got to pick that right hand up or he's going to get knocked out? Like, Pick it up. We're just passing it like, yo, pick it up. Because you keep getting hit with the same shot, man. That was a crazy
and the
fight.
thing is, like, people got to understand this is okay. Yes, this is a sport, but it's also about promotion. You know, it's also about pushing, you know, a narrative and an agenda. You're selling fight fans on you as a fighter. So it's like not always about wins and losses. Yes, wins and losses count because it's a sport, but you know, you look at that night, what did Darren do? Like, Darren had the crowd on his side. Darren, you know, is the one that created the vibe. Like, it was this overwhelming sense that Darren was, you know, the A side, the it guy, the baby face, however you want to put it. Like, he was the dude that was supposed to win. So that's what made the fight so much better, was that not only are we not getting an easy fight for Darren, but now Darren's showing that he can push back against it, because let me tell you, there's a lot of dudes that would have just folded.
Yes.
A lot of dudes that would have just folded, and nobody would blame them.
Sheer embarrassment, though. Out of the I mean, think about it. Everybody's there to see you. You just come out with this lavish ring walk.
Exactly.
And the first round,
really.
first round, you get put down 3 times. You could just simply stay down. Yo, it wasn't my fight, y'all. I'll be back strong. No, you kept trying to show. You kept trying to show it is my night. Fuck that. I'm getting up. No, I'm not letting you do this to me in front of my peoples. But this beyond me. You couldn't help it. But listen, man. I just hope we get that level of a fight from Pacquiao this weekend. We'll go back to that.
You mean from Ugas?
No, Pacquiao, because everyone's here to see him. That's the point.
Yeah, but everybody wants to see Ugas push the fight like Joseph.
No. Everybody doesn't want that. That is our wish. We know Pacquiao's the A side. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, let me go to my bookie.ig.
I was just taking a look at the Ugas Sean Porter fight last night.
Nice.
And I was just trying to get some sense of what I'm going to be, looking at here. And I mean, Ugas is durable, man. I got to give it to him. The guy keeps coming forward.
People can't sleep on him.
Yeah, I can't sleep on him. I just feel like, man, I hope that Manny's speed is not. It's not going to be too much for him to the point where we're going to get a fight that's going to be one-sided.
But that's what we need. We need a fight that shows that Manny is just like
level.
He keeps defying Father God or Father Time, right? Like, that's what we need. I would love a Canelo Mayweather type performance. Well, he doesn't get the knockout on the bigger welterweight, but he just outclasses him for 12. It's just a beating. I'm hitting you. You not touching me. I mean, the betting odds for Manny Pacquiao on mybookie.ig are minus 355. Ugas is almost a plus 300 at plus 285. The over-under, it's over at a minus 260. So they know Pacquiao's going to go to distance. The under is plus 210. So they're not expecting it to go to distance. There's a few prop bets. And again, guys, this tells you a story of the fight, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you think you're smarter than the boxing bookies or not, you should still always use the line and the odds. They definitely tell a story. Pacquiao by knockout is a plus 160, which again, if you believe Pacquiao is a knockout guy at this age, that's a great bet. $100 wins you $260. Remember to use code BETTBV. Now, decision. This is where you guys should come and make this money. This is free advice I'm giving you. All I'm asking you to do is use code BETTBV on mybookie.ag. This is our bet right here. I mean, you literally need to bet now, because as I tell you this, it's going to change the line. I'm telling you. Pacquiao is a plus 110. By decision, y'all. That's money in the bank. I mean, he's gonna win by decision, y'all. And it's plus money. So you put 100, you're getting 210 back. You put whatever you get, you're doubling it, because it's plus 110. That's unheard of. This is great. That's a great line for him. You know, I don't think he's knocking out Ugas. I don't even think
it's even money almost, which, you know, like, think about that for a second. If it was minus 110 or plus 110 as just a straight up money line bet, you would jump all over it. And essentially, this is what you're, getting. It's the same thing. The only thing I think that could hurt this bet is a cut that, you know, has him go to the scorecards early or some fluke.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Something that you can't plan for.
Yes. That is true. Pacquiao is a southpaw. Ugas is what though? Is he orthodox? I mean, he's definitely awkward.
Super awkward.
Yeah, no, well, and you know, it's not just the awkwardness, it's the physicality that he has as well. Like, I'm not saying like him being physical, but just like those physical, the size advantage.
Listen, Ugas,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
think
get
he's got
you,
no
but
pop.
He
is
he's southpaw.
Ugas?
Yeah.
You said Pacquiao.
Oh, okay. No, Pacquiao.
No, Ugas is orthodox.
He's orthodox. Okay.
So we could. So you might. You know, you got to expect possible headbutt.
Sure.
Headbutts.
Especially.
I'm not gonna listen. Ugas is gonna have to come in and fight a totally different fight than he's used to. A guy like Sean Porter was willing to meet him in the center.
Yeah.
Bash each other. Little dirty boxing on the inside, all that stuff that favors Ugas. Mario's gonna be punching you in circles.
You mean Pacquiao? But shout out to Mario. But shout out to Mario taking on Jose.
Yo, that's hilarious. Yo,
you just souped up Mario. He's now he's playing the Rocky theme song.
I'm just twisting my mustache like an evil villain. You know me.
Call you evil.
You know why? Because I'm strapped up.
Yo, so
you ready to win, champ?
You were saying you lost your train of thought, Doomy, just because you messed up and said Mario instead of Pacquiao?
No, Pacquiao. Pacquiao's going to be punching circles around Ugas, so Ugas is going to have to be willing to fight that type of fight. He can't just get into this walking forward robot style because he's going to have to be able to cut off the ring. He's going to have to bring certain aspects to his game that are going to nullify some of what Manny does. That speed's going to have to be nullified somehow. Mm-hmm. You can't go in there crazy. Yo, and Manny has this like 4-punch combination, the same one he knocked down Keith Thurman with. That it's just something that you're not prepared for until you fight him. Like you could see it in boxing.
Corner.
You could see it in practice, but when he starts going bang, 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 and then ends up with a jab at the end coming forward and then knocks you out with a jab, yeah, you got to do things different. So it's going to be interesting to see the first 3 rounds of how this fight's going to play out. We'll be able to see right away if Ugas is going to be doing the same thing that he did with Sean Porter.
I just want to make one point very, very clear. And Doomy, I'm hoping as the week goes on, you'll help me out here when, you know, people start to talk that shit. But it's like, we really can't just look at this fight like it's a Manny Pacquiao W walking off easy, right? If it were, then Ugas would be a much bigger dog. Everybody knows how talented this man is. And people have to remember that Manny's not a welterweight. Like, this is a dude in Ugas who was talking about fighting at 154 and 160 not that long ago. No, stop it, because you're part of the reason why this is getting perpetuated. Not because you're saying what you're saying with Pacquiao and Ugas, but because the whole Tank fighting Thurman, Tank fighting Berto, like it's nothing. All the people that were disappointed in Floyd because of the Logan Paul fight, they don't understand styles but that's fucking dope.
Call me strapped up Sammy.
Yo, if you just listen to the audio, Ness just pulled out one of the custom-made belts, and it shut me up.
Take home this brand new Border Wars edition.
Let me see the
first female Border Wars belt ever. Yo, and it's heavy. No, it's heavy. It's like strapped up Sammy for real.
Man, yo, that's gonna be a scary fight. No one gives a damn about a Kramer when a Jerry's on the mic. Ooh.
Yo, it's so beautiful. We should have been stepping up.
The thing's shining and it's legitimate.
And look
TBV.
how thick it is.
It's K-Shine.
Look at this.
The hardware.
It's so thick.
Yo, pause. Listen, I think that it's looked like the heavy. Is it heavier than IBO?
Pause. I'm holding it. Is you ever gonna get one? Are you gonna be a Border Wars champ?
I can see my face on that shine.
I'm talking to you.
Oh,
can you get one of these?
Are you
gonna have one of these on your mantle? You know what's the saddest thing, Mario? Let me tell you. Your girl's a favorite. You are not. Your girl has a title shot. You do not. So
I ain't a hater like that shit.
Is your girl really gonna bring home the strap before you? And then Is your girl gonna be the only champ in the household? Cause like, when are you getting your title shot?
I mean, I gotta take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Listen, out of all of us, I actually am a champion. You know what I'm saying? Because, or actually, y'all, you won championships too. But I already am. Listen, I won a state championship in football in middle school. All right, we won regional championships in baseball. I won a poker tournament first place when I was in college. Like, I'm used to winning. We gonna do this. It's already collecting belt season. That's what it is. Yo, that looks crazy.
That one is tough.
What's heavier, that one or the IBO?
They are very comparable, man. I wrote a long paragraph in the Border Wars chat. These belts, I'm telling you, I gotta come back. I gotta win one of these. These are seriously. I mean, like I said, it's comparable. I have every belt here except the WBO. Shout out to Mike Gross, still hasn't melted. It's super light. I mean, it's super comparable. The leather. Just everything, man. It's very similar to the IBF, the WBO, and the WBA. Look, if you look at it quick, this one looks like a WBA.
Crazy. So the plate doesn't move. It, like, the one thing about belts, like even the good ones, the plate it's just so heavy, and they never tighten it so much because they don't want the thing to tear over time when it gets tight. But it looks like it's not moving. It looks like it's just another part of that leather. So that's crazy.
Champ.
They made that thing.
I need to come back for 13 to get that.
We'll talk about this tonight.
It's going to go next to the one that says WCW.
If you're looking at this video right now and you're wondering what in the hell is this beautiful belt that I'm holding, let me strap it up so it looks even better. I thought he was going to call
himself beautiful. I swear to God.
I'm so beautiful.
You know, if you're looking at this beautiful strap that I'm holding and you're like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, come check us out 7 p.m. tonight. Border Wars show. It's going down. Official belts is here. You know, yo, Keem, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. That belt you ain't win, that shit don't even exist no more. You know what I'm saying? Those ain't real.
Who's that?
I said to Keem, the belt that he didn't win, it don't matter. Them shits don't exist no more. There's only this champ. There's only the Border Wars champ now. All you a Border Wars champ.
You see that dude in the comment section for IG that said, oh damn, it was something along the lines of like, yeah, I watch Border Wars because they only got one belt per division. And
I seen that. I seen that.
Hilarious.
And that's the beauty, man. One belt.
Not lying. He's not lying.
Division. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, and I got tips from Mac Truck. You know what I'm saying? Christian Otero. Like, yo, I got real ones in my side. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they giving me real advice.
Real quick, just going back to my little section of beating the odds with TBV. It used to be a Patreon show. You know, a little difficult to get it done. We're giving out free advice these days. I say Pacquiao by decision or technical decision at a plus 110 is a super safe bet. Even if you're going to bet $10, you win like $22 or some shit like that. You know what I mean? It's a very safe bet that, I recommend. I really do. So, 1,000 makes you 1,100 back, because whatever you get, you're making plus your wager. You understand? So you good.
That's a 110 for Manny Pacquiao by decision.
Yo, that's 1280. 100 is 1280.
Yo, Manny Pacquiao by decision or technical decision is a plus 110. So.
Yeah. So if you bet 100, your potential win is 110. Yeah. So you're gonna get 110 plus your 100. You bet.
No, you're right. I just messed up the math. My bad.
So I make a buck on that bet.
Yes, you make a buck 10 off your 100.
Yeah, you take that back.
But if you bet 500, you make.
Wow, that's a safe bet.
Exactly. You make your 500 plus 550.
But can Manny Pacquiao
Killer Kells in the
Ugas?
Killer Kells, tell me, is that a safe bet? My man Killer Kells really bets. I think that's safe. But remember to use bet TBV on mybookie.ag if you're gonna make a bet. It's not going to cost you any tang, but you're going to be letting them know that we sent you over there to make said bet. And, why wouldn't you go over there when I just gave you perfect advice? I mean, it's free money. It's Pacquiao. Let me help you with that, right? So we'll go to Pacquiao now, and we're going to make you more confident on this decision pick. So I'm screen sharing his box rec as you can see, and his last win was a split decision. The one before that was a unanimous decision, and the one before that was a TKO versus Lucas Matisse. So just to back my decision pick, we all know Matisse was not himself. And we can all consider Ugas to be a stronger version of himself than what Matisse was on that night. Like, no one considers, Matisse was already broken in the eye. So usually when you got a broken orbital bone, you're looking like Kell Brook, Margarito, people who've gotten their eye broke, they just don't perform the same. But Jeff Horn was a unanimous decision loss. Vargas, who you see what Mikey done. He was a unanimous decision. So Mikey didn't knock him out, neither did Pacquiao. You go Timothy Bradley, another decision. I mean, it's just like he doesn't knock people out like that. You know what I mean? When's the last knockout? Lucas Matisse and Miguel Cotto are the last knockouts on Manny Pacquiao's resume. I just told you that is guaranteed decision. You got to be. And again, Miguel Cotto was weight drained. Okay? That fight was a catch weight of 144 for a welterweight. Okay?
Happened in the 12th round, too.
They made him come down to 44, Miguel Cotto. And he's notoriously cried about that through boxing history. And that's why he became a diva. And Diva A-sided Sergio and Canelo. He's on record saying, it's my turn. They did it to me. So Pacquiao's only two knockouts.
He was 5.5, but whatever.
Pacquiao's only two knockouts, like in the last 13 years, is a dude he weight drained and a dude who already had a broken orbital bone.
Nah, you're right, champ. Listen, not only that, I want to make the point too. Yeah. Think about it like this: what we saw this past weekend, okay, with one of the most explosive offensive fighters in the game today, who happens to be Filipino as well, was still put in a position where that fight was never going anywhere but to the scorecards. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the point I'm trying to make is when you, like, even if you have a guy in Manny who I think still possesses pop, who I still think possesses the ability to knock out almost anybody at 147, maybe everybody, he ultimately is going to have to go by the fight script. Mitty used the term, said it a certain way, but I can't remember exactly off the top, but basically fight script. How does the fight script go? I don't see the fight script going in any way that leads to Manny being in a position later in the fight going for that knockdown. I think Ugas doesn't put himself in a position to get knocked out. I just think it's as simple as that. Manny can take all the rounds he wants, but unless he turns up that notch all the way to the fire shorts, no fear, Manny. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about fire shorts, no fear. That's not going to happen.
We could think about this and we could look at it the way Ness says it because it makes sense according to the resume, right? But KO and TKO is a little different. If Manny can somehow overwhelm Yordenis Ugás in a way where he could TKO him, and maybe the corner stops it, maybe his eye gets too big, I think that could still happen, but it's far-fetched, right? It's a little more far-fetched than what
odds are better on this side.
Yeah, Ness has presented a good case here because he hasn't been KOing cats. That's not what you've been seeing from him. And if you take a look at the opponents, I mean, I'm not going to say they're 100% comparable to Yordenis Ugás, but certain facets of those fighters can be compared. And only thing that could surprise us is a TKO of overwhelming Manny Pacquiao, Pac-Man style thing that could happen in the ring, and that could happen. Manny's quick enough, feet are quick enough to get him in and out, and Yordenis Ugás could start running into some heavy shots if he starts to get frustrated. So that's what I got in the back of my mind. Sure. But a TKO, a decision, man. That sounds. I don't bet, but that sounds like a safe bet to me.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, can Pacquiao get some sort of, Ugas can't take the barrage of punches and the referee steps in to give Manny, some shot at glory after 42? Maybe, but listen, I'm Hispanic. Ugas out here training in all white. He shaved his eyebrows. I'm under the impression my man is out here on some heavy religious stuff. I'll leave it at that. My Latinos know Santeria up. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's giving up. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to be put in a position where he is allowing the ref to make the decision of whether or not the fight can continue. I just think he won't be able to land. Yo, you got to remember, Ugas is this weird little shovel puncher, right? Like, don't y'all remember?
Yeah.
And then he does these little weird 3-punch count. It's so soft. Like, even PBC was showing like a screen, like a side-by-side of them two. Like, he's a pity patter, man. He's never been this thudding puncher. I don't see how he'll surprise Pacquiao. Like, with what?
I think the question is, can Pacquiao surprise him? Does Pacquiao catch him with something that he doesn't see looking like? But no. I'm not saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that's a greater percentage chance than what you just said. But the biggest odds are on this going the distance. If you had a pie chart and you put the 3 most likely scenarios of this fight, Manny Pacquiao winning by decision, it's the biggest chunk of that pie. It's the biggest chunk.
And remember, for the poll, please don't just vote because you believe in Like, this is to help the community bet. Like, you want to make money too. What is the most probable outcome? Let's not bet to make the legend in let's not vote to make the legend in Pacquiao look good at 42. Let's vote realistically to
help, how you really think.
To help one another.
Think about it.
Pay those
don't
mortgages.
Just answer by heart, because I don't.
Exactly.
I just want you to help me pay my mortgage like I'm helping you pay yours. That's all. If we together make the right decision, we can all be rich. I mean, slow rich, but rich.
And here's the thing too. It's like, even if you think that Manny is gonna win, at least admit, or win by knockout, at least admit that you're taking the smaller percentage, chance. Like, at least admit that you're betting on the not underdog, but you're betting on the least likely of the two outcomes. Even if you believe it, because I think he could catch him. Like, I'm not saying that there's 0 chance Manny Pacquiao knocks out Ugas. I'm saying that Manny Pacquiao going the distance and winning is the most likely scenario in my mind, the way I see the fight playing out.
Ignorant boxing, I want you to vote what you believe. I just don't, there are people out here that vote based off ethnicity, region, everything.
Yeah, of course.
Like, so many things. We're not asking for that today. We're just asking highest probability on the outcome. Can he get a knockout? Yes or no? That's the question. The question isn't, is he gonna win? Can Pacquiao get a knockout? That's all.
I think you should have asked, does he? Like, not because can he means, like, to me, yeah, he can.
Good.
Will
does
he? I don't think. Yeah, does he? I don't think so.
Damn, I already put can he.
That's all right. They know.
But we out there.
They listening. They know. No, I'm playing.
45 say yes. 55 say no.
Look after my investment.
And right now, that's still good if you're looking at the decision bet. Our poll with our community is still showing exactly what the bookies are showing you. That
good call. Yes, very well said. You're right.
Yeah, it's still showing that the probability. It's still showing that the probability of a decision is more likely than the probability of a knockout, which is all
representing. Yes.
Which is all that we care about. Like, we just want to know, should we spend our money on decisions so we can make money back? That's it. I just want to make money back.
The best money too, because it's not like, this isn't just a question on a test. Does Manny Pacquiao get the knockout? This is about, wait a minute. So I'm going to take the most likely scenario and also the scenario in which my money makes my money back. This isn't a scenario where, well, you know, I think this is going to happen, but I got to put up 300 to every 100.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not that situation. It's like, yo, whatever I bet, I'm getting back. Plus my original bet, plus my bet money. You know what I'm saying? So this is, it's like a 50-50. I mean, it's like basically taking Manny against Ugas in a 50-50 fight, essentially, if you believe that much in the decision, which I do, and we all do.
Yeah, man. I think it's a good little bet. You know, just remember, when you make that cold hard cash, Ness is in the building.
Yo, he goes the distance. This is definitely. I'm here trying to meditate on it.
Meditate.
Yeah, I swear to gosh, I'm meditating. You know, you said spiritual too, right? With my man Ugas. Yeah, man, this guy, you're gonna have to hit him with a bat to make him quit. So,
bro, this is his shot. He's got a rod or two. If you follow Ugas, he's not quitting. He's not here to lay down. That's why like his own girl. What? Let me pull up her. What's her name? I'm gonna pull up her post so you can read.
Wow, 500.
What is her name? Like DL.
500. You get 1,050.
Anybody know her name?
I don't know her.
Let me just
His
go to
lady?
this chick. Yeah. Let me go to, because she posted a picture of them walking through the MGM with the dopest caption. I'm like, damn, she's a rider.
It's Perlata, right? Or
what?
Right.
My man said Perlata.
Perlata, no, I thought it was the last name. But it's not.
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to think about it. Ugas, the way he been working it, like with his interim belt, he takes this shit serious. He ain't going to lay down. For real, my man threw himself a parade. Did a whole snapshot thing with his belt. He got a lot of pride.
I'm of that mindset with that, Mario. Like, this guy's, because Yordenis has gotten a lot of shit, man. Like, he's gotten a lot of shit on his way to this position, and we hear. The punchline. You know what I mean? Yeah, punchline kind of situation where people are kind of like, not downing his successes that he's had, but like kind of almost undermining it a bit. They're
taking out their frustration that
everybody
know
he
on
just
him.
got like
elevated,
man.
That Earl's not in the fight, and we're not getting Manny Pacquiao, so they're taking it out on Ugas.
Nah, we not. We just know.
Bullshit.
We just
not
know.
You. I'm not saying you.
No, I'm part of them. I just know that we feel like he doesn't belong here. Like, he don't belong here. He didn't get here. Like, he didn't win the belt to get here. So it's everybody has that that taste in their mouth.
I get that, but what else could you do though? Like, okay, let me ask you. There were 3 possibilities, right? Ugas, Robert Guerrero, Víctor Ortiz. Let me ask you, did they make the right choice?
Don't tag his girl ever. I can't even show y'all her post. My man ain't tagging his girl. What the fuck?
Damn, why you causing problems between them two? Listen, but I said what I said. Which fight? Because those are the only ones that they can step in. They made the right ones. He ain't answering because he know.
Ugas is the one that
they should have put.
Check this post out. It says, no es lo mismo imaginarlo que vivirlo. Yes. Nuestros dio adelante, nuestros atrás, right? Nuestros atrás. Dios adelante, nuestros atrás. What that? That ain't make sense for me, Doomy. What's that second part?
It's not coming up yet.
I mean, I thought you knew her social media.
Nah, I thought it was her, but you made me think otherwise. It's not.
Well, my man ain't here to lose, man.
I know.
My man ain't here to lose.
There you go. No es lo mismo imaginarlo que vivirlo. Nuestro Dios adelante, nosotros atrás.
Oh,
that means
nosotros. I said it wrong. I pronounced
God
it
in
wrong.
front of us, and we follow right behind.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, to me, they on something. He gonna die. You understand? He gonna die in that. He gonna die in the ring.
He's willing to leave on his shield.
Oh, got it.
Like, he's not here to get stopped. And I wanted to go back to something you said. You're like, oh, Pacquiao's not a real welterweight, and that's cool. I get all that. But he's been at welterweight for a long time. And you're right. Ugas is a natural big welterweight. So again, it just makes my decision pick all
Easier.
that more sexy. So once again, if
You know
wanna
what's
make
sexy?
some money-
$500 and you get back $1,050.
Exactly. So once again, if you want to make some money, head on over to mybookie.ag. This is a big fight. Pacquiao doesn't fight many times during the year. Use the code BETTBV and make some free money off TBV. And don't forget the super chat, the coffee and stuff like that.
By the way, we got super chats.
Mario actually wants to get in the studio. He's got a remix, so he needs.
No,
a few
don't
super
tell him.
chats. I mean, I ain't telling him. I'm just saying you need studio
He said the
time
Mac is
money.
back.
You know what I'm saying? The Mac is back.
Do me just kidding. Yo,
that's
crazy.
funny. No, you don't remember that Tyson Fury?
Yeah.
That shit
I
was
remember,
hilarious.
That shit go hard.
That was old Tyson Fury when he was drinking. That's why his voice is raspy in that one.
And that's
You can tell that I'm doing or I'm putting together something because
Mario. It's time to look at this flip the coin on this one.
What you mean?
Flip the coin. It says here 400 plus if Yordenis Ugás by decision or technical decision. Right. Is there in any world where Yordenis Ugás can win this by decision according to his style?
Listen.
Of course.
The world
his
that he can win.
relentlessness, his
No,
style.
If it was a little more than that, I might just put a flyer on it, $10 to try to make whatever. But $10 makes you what, 40?
Yeah, 40, 50 with your 10 back. But listen, it's probable. It's probable because of the Jeff Horn. Like, is there some sort of fix? Like that conspiracy does exist. The conspiracy does exist that whatever benefits Al, WBA took the belt from him. Because Pacquiao was trying to go do a fight in another network with Crawford. So they snatched the belt from him because that's what benefits Al. So now there's that rumor that obviously there's that option on Pacquiao. So do you want him to have the belt and now you got to pay him a high amount of money for that last fight? Or is it better for Ugas to have the belt and you paying Pacquiao for his last swan song fight? So, a lot of conspiracies out there, man. A lot of conspiracies out there,
Yeah,
you're not lying.
Just for some reason, I'm thinking this guy's a relentless fighter. He's coming in. He's willing to die. He's willing to leave on his shield. All these things. And seeing him fight with Sean Porter, is there a possibility? Is there a possibility that he can get away with a decision? It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough to make that decision as a betting man, bro.
Yeah.
Because there's a possibility. You could go ahead and start saying, man, he's older. He's looking heavier. He's looking a little bit slower. He's slowing down. He's not as super fast as he used to be. But he showed us otherwise in that Keith Thurman fight, right? So it's a tough call, man. They have it at 400 plus. Is that really bad? Or have we seen odds that
we've seen worse than that, but yeah, that's pretty wide. I mean, 4-1 those are good odds. They are, not good enough for me, but those are good odds.
So it's not out of line for somebody to go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna put like $50 on this just in case.
If you think that Ugas has a decent chance or a better shot than most people think, that's a great. You're getting good money on that. And decision to me is a better route. Now, I'm not gonna lie and say I've sat here and thought about the odds between a Pacquiao KO and a Ugas KO, but I will say that regardless who wins, I think this thing goes the distance. So if you're one of the guys who believes Ugas has the ability and already possesses the strengths in terms of size and those factors, then yeah, 4-1 looks very sexy. Sexier than, hey, I get my money back. I'll say, oh, yo, I'm gonna bet you 100, Doomy. If I win, you give me 100 back. But if you got a bet and you say, yo, I'll bet you 100. If I win, you got to give me 400. It's like, whoa, I'll take that bet. You know what I'm saying? So,
gotcha.
Yeah, man.
A hunch. Man, I'm over here looking at this DraftKings like if I'm betting.
I re-asked the question because everybody said I should put Will, not Can, because Can leaves, that whatever. But, if you believe Pacquiao can get the knockout, we're asking that question. Will Pacman get KO? That's what we want to know. Will he get a KO? Because we're wondering, is it a safe bet to bet on plus 110 for Manny to get the decision win. Once again, if you're going to bet, go ahead and you do that on mybookie.ag and use the code BETTBV because I'm giving you free money. But anyway, we're going to open up these phone lines. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Don't forget to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People
Plus, we got
hotline.
Super Chat.
We also have our Border Wars series. It's going down today at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Same bat channel, same bat time, where we discuss our Border Wars series, our women and men who are training 8 weeks and more, preparing to do battle September 18th, 2021, right in Watertown, Wisconsin, where it's going to be going down.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
But let's get to the super chats. Who's
Got the first one. It was What Rep It. He just showing love on the super chat. Shout out to you this morning, champ. London Runs Boxing coming in with a super chat from the UK. Says, welcome back, TBV. You all did a great job commentating last week. Prayers up for the captain of the ship. Whatever's up, hope you get past it, Ness.
Shout out, champ.
Then my man High and Low Sports Centrum says the boxing voice is more. Appreciate that, champ. We all do. And Suede Puma. Damn, Suede. Hope everything cool, champy. He says, did y'all cover the Ortiz fight on Saturday and Spence detached retina?
We definitely did the detached retina. As far as Ortiz fight, we haven't recapped it because we were live in Atlanta. But it was a good fight for Ortiz, you know what I mean? He did his thing. Really did his thing.
I called it for everybody that listened to Doomy. I called it 8th round KO. So if y'all bet some money, let's go, champ.
I didn't even know. You said that, man. You see, you got to make those things like more, put them out there because that was a good bet. You should even check the rounds. When you say things like that, you got to check what's that, what's it worth? Cause
getting this little feeling inside as I look at this DraftKings fucking bro. There's a couple of things that I should be paying more attention to. Maybe I'll send you money. You bet for me, all right?
Well, you're the one in New Jersey where it's legal, champion. My man got everything legal out there now.
I'm gonna have to do some soul searching for this one. All right, that's the last one for now.
I don't know that it's considered gambling. Like, this is your job, so it's like, you have an
analytical.
No, you got an advantage, and this is how you really get paid, right? Like, this journalism doesn't pay much, so I mean, knowing the outcome and taking advantage of that and getting a little extra money weekly, I don't see how that's an issue. That being said, High and Low Sports Centrum sends another one saying the boxing voice is more. He has 2 of those. So shout out to you. One more, you get that ring the alarm. And Jaime Nieto just came through with one who says, did y'all see that Coppinger reports that Spence's injury is a detached retina? I did see that. It's unfortunate because everyone was saying it was just a tear. And
which is still a detachment.
and obviously a detachment is considered worse according to our very own Troy and Abner Mares, Troy King and Abner Mares, who both suffered the same injury. So, let's just hope that he can recover. It's like he said, man, and that's the power of belief too. He's come back from worse. So these phrases in life, I believe that they are true. Many phrases, and one of those is what is that one? Whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve. And if he believes he can come back, he will come back. I want him to come back, and I want him to still have a long and healthy career. It would be unfortunate for us not to get the fights that we debated over for years now.
Man, that's a tough.
I don't even want to begin to believe that the fight between him and Crawford is not going to happen because he's going to have to be forced to retire. I'm going to just let God, do his will and hope that means that Errol Spence Jr. is back, healthy, and chooses to continue. I got Austin V.
Says, shout out to SDS promotional star Show Kid. Tune in September 18th. Mad emoji, glove emoji.
We got Jaime Nieto that says, prayers out to Ness and the fam. Hope whatever y'all are going through gets better sooner than later. Yeah, man. Thank you, obviously, to you and everybody that sent out, their love and concern. Definitely appreciate it. It does help, but yeah, man, I mean, we'll probably talk about it on an Untitled or probably not because of the nature.
That's right.
But we'll see, it is what it is. You got good days and you got some bad days. And
it's how you keep yourself up.
What's Rocky say? It's how you get up. Yo, I remember.
It's not how many times you've been down.
Yeah, something like that.
Yo, that's shout out to the background of every single TikTok that is meant to motivate you, because that's what they be playing all.
The sad thing about Errol, man, is that this thing happens right when he's getting the fight with Manny Pacquiao. The fight that he wanted.
Crazy.
The fight that he's
the fight that silenced the naysayers, because it was such a powerful moment in this young man's career to have the media expecting Terrence Crawford, and then just at the snap of a fingers, it's announced that it's Errol versus Pacquiao. It was crazy, so he had so much momentum going into this. But truth be told, if he could come back and Pacquiao wins like we believe by decision, use code BETTBV on mybookie.ig if you're going to make that bet. It sets it up better for Earl, because what we weren't getting now, which was a 3-belt unification for the ring title, would be that in the next welterweight fight. If Spence can come back, he and Pacquiao can fight next year. Pacquiao doesn't fight many times a year anyway. He hasn't fought in the last 2 years. So if he wins this belt back from Ugas, gives Earl the time to heal while he goes to be president, comes back as a president to be the first defending president of the Philippines to take on another young welterweight for 2 belts. And in Pacquiao's eyes, he's like, man, he's already got a detached retina. And I'm getting him off that with no tune-up. Sign me up. You understand? So I don't know that Earl still doesn't have it made. It could come back full circle and he ends up in a 3-belt unification taking on Manny Pacquiao, who is now the current Ring Magazine champion in this day and era. I mean, you couldn't write a better story. And it'll be a second comeback. It'll be like he will change his name from The Truth to this Comeback Kid. Shout out to the Wrestling Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Look how I did that. Mario ain't even do that. Wrestling Podcast.
You on your freestyle?
I mean,
today,
it's actually the Wrestling Voice. My bad. I said podcast.
The
twice.
Wrestling Voice. Yeah. Listen, I think that that sounds great. My concern is that how long does it take for him to be
recover?
Yes, because they're saying it's a matter of weeks before he can work out and get back to his fitness.
Bro, when can he spar?
That's what they're saying, is that right now, people with those injuries that don't even box or nothing, they can't play tennis, basketball for months, I hear. Some of them even years, I've heard, right? People on Twitter saying, oh man, I had this, and the doctor said I couldn't, play a racquetball or whatever.
Can't lift
you're talking about fighting. You're talking about fighting. How long is this dude going to be in a position where he can spar? That's the only thing that ruins this movie, or one of the things that could ruin this movie, and Pacquiao moving on and fighting somebody else.
That's another thing. Thank you for saying that. Even for Al, right? If Earl comes back, he can get approved by the commissions. Al's also looking to probably, because for Earl, that's that last fight. Are you Brooke now? So for Earl, that's that last fight. So we have to see. Plus, again, how much sparring you gonna do coming off a surgery? You know, you probably gonna do less sparring now out of fear of ruining it before the big fight. Like, how many times can you get the big fight and then not get it, but then get it? You understand?
But check this out, Ness. I'll refer back to Troy Kilitaman. Shout out to Troy. He was on here maybe a week ago explaining his experience with a detached retina. And he told us that you can't even pick up a box. I mean, you couldn't do a push-up because everything requires a force, and that could mess your eye up. So it's like, let's not even get to the sparring just yet, you know? Can you lift weights? Can you run? Can you jump? Can you do any of these things that are going to keep your physical at a certain level so that you don't come in later on into a 3-belt, matchup looking terrible or feeling terrible? Like, how does this work out for him? He's gonna his doctors, and obviously we won't hear anything until Earl actually says so, or if there's any information that he's shared with any other reporter that might come out.
Well, this information is because a lot of people are denying what's being reported, because I guess they're not understanding the sources, but this information was given by the Nevada State Athletic Commissioner Bob Bennett.
With Spence's authority.
Yeah, with Spence's okay. Bennett knows all the details because the fight was taking place under his commission. Spence allowed Bennett to conduct an interview with ESPN, which he gave the official documents. So it's like, you can deny it all you want and call it whatever you want. The medical terms used by the commissioner per the documents that he received from Spence's team is a detachment, not a tear. So, this is not fake. It is real. Will there be a retractment of statements and say, wait a minute, it's really a tear? I don't know, but does it matter? I don't think so. It's like, whatever, he's gonna come back, and
bro's like he can't come back. That's the point.
No, I don't think that.
I was laughing. I saw Jordan Baker's super chat. I mean, chat. My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
I just believe that. Look, we hear fighters get told a million times. Look, they told Danny Jacobs he couldn't never fight again. You know what I mean? So
this is true. Miracle story.
Exactly. Again, the power of belief. The power.
Margarito came back. Let's talk about the guys that have come back from this.
I mean, the only one that hasn't is Mahrez at this point.
Well,
Kell Brook had a broken orbital, not a detachment, right?
Yeah.
So but listen, different. it's how do they come back, right? Do you have the ability to put all your sparring in? Do you is it something that is in your mind? Can you detach that's a bad word, but can you disassociate? I'm sorry, the idea of, oh my God, I gotta watch my eye. Oh my God, I gotta protect my eye.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot of steps.
That must be difficult.
But I think so you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Rob. He chatted in there saying it's sad that Spence had to do this. It's so sad that we're in a state where he felt the need to allow them to put out his personal health medical stuff because people were being ridiculous. Yes, Spence is gonna walk away from his biggest fight to date, the whole reason why he fights, and to get to the biggest opportunity of his career, and then he's scared and makes up a fake
that's just people looking for headlines and
but that's why but why did he have to he's releasing this info because of stupid people.
Well, because people are looking for headlines and others are looking to trigger Spence or Spence fans. So no fighter.
Got some super chats that came in, guys, from KDDR. Says who has a more complete Hall of Fame career due to career accomplishments at this moment, Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence Jr.? If he has to hang the gloves, them up now.
Jeez Louise, my man, this is how you can tell a die-hard fan of a boxer. Like my man already wants you to do the final comparison between one active fighter and one injured fighter, just so that his whack-ass fighter's resume could look better. Come on, dog. It's obvious. It's obvious that if Earl retires now, Crawford has accomplished more. But that's never been the argument. The argument is who can beat who. You know, but you're a desperate Crawford fan. Tell that man get a fight so we can really talk about him instead of always stealing someone else shine. This show ain't even about him. Y'all desperate as fuck. Y'all desperate. You need to stop being this fan and teach him a lesson. How the fuck his fight with Crawford, with Porter, is going to purse bid? Shit is disgusting already, man. How long we got to do shows about this dude not being able to get fights? Like, y'all corny as hell. Like, talk about real boxing, man. We finally got a fight we talking about. You want to talk about a dude that's not fighting and that can't get a fight. The fuck? Always trying to make him relevant. Like, it's all, why everybody always trying to make him relevant? If he's so relevant, he's so good, why we got to force him in the conversations? Terrible.
Let's go, champ. Hey, man, we got 21 followers until we get to 60,000 on our IG. So shout out to our community there on our IG, and shout out to everybody who's following us on IG. And if you're not, and you happen to stumble upon the show now, shoot us over that 60,000
head on over to
mark.
right there. We need what? 20? I need that, man. We ain't get to 60 in a minute. Like, it's time to show that the numbers are growing. We're out here working, flying all around the country, doing the best we can, and you should do the best that you can by helping TBV accomplish milestones and goals and getting to the next level. You guys are getting to see the evolution of us, man. I mean, it's a story that only you can tell because you've been following it from day one. Some of you literally from day one. You know, Mario is a day one. So we've come so far, and we can only continue to grow with the help of you. Check out the interview. Shout out to Canna in the chat. TBV about to pay for his fucking car note, and he's been doing a magnificent job on YouTube uploading all the interviews. He put out our Calvin Ford interview that we got over the weekend. Obviously, Calvin Ford was one of the trainers on that big Atlanta card that we commentated. Calvin Ford, the trainer of Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, and also the trainer of Lorenzo Truck Simpson, who had a magnificent performance. And his performance went, I guess, it's gotten less attention because of the heart that Darren showed in his fight, but Truck destroyed Manny Woods. He showed he's a huge puncher. Woods showed he's super durable. But man, it just showed that Truck has such a mean side. Those shots, he was just, I mean, he was wailing from different angles and bad, ill intention. It was crazy.
I didn't see any shots being wasted on Lorenzo's attack. Everything was you know, it was definitely for a knockout intention. You know, bad intentions on each punch.
Yeah. Yo, when have you ever seen a guy get hit to the body and fly out the ring? Like, my man, that was crazy. That made it to World Star too. Somebody had a footage of it from that side, from that angle. They hit, and it looked like Manny was gonna fall on the camera, but he was like a little further back than it looked. But yeah, man, listen, shout out to Manny Woods. Actually, you know, Ohio runs boxing. Shout out to Marcus.
He was in the building. Killer Kells was in the building.
Yeah. Killer Kells was in the building. Shout out to Donnell and everybody. Shout out to James Benitez.
James Benitez. Shout out to James. He was
shout out to oh my God, Danny Alvarez, man, was out there.
Yeah, shout out to Danny.
Yo, man,
Ringwalk Danny.
Ringwalk Danny was out there. But listen, the point I wanted to make was Marcus put something on his IG, Ohio Runs Boxing. He got to interview Manny Woods, and you know he broke it down. He said, "Look, people talk about fighters, and you look at their records, but when you have dudes that fight whoever, whenever, you know, these are the guys that fight the journeymen. These are the guys that fight the, you know, prospects, contenders, up and comers, former champs. Like, these guys don't say no to fights, and they're durable. This was a tougher opponent than people probably realize, and Truck handled them very well."
Absolutely. Roland Curtis on the super chat says, "I saw Abdamaris calling fights on the weekend, and his left eye still looked very off center. If Spence comes back, then won't then won't fighters target his eye? Of course. So it's a chink in the armor now. You know, it's known. I mean, as sad as that might sound, like, oh man, you're gonna detach somebody's eye again. But this is the sport you're in. You know, it's a combat contact. I'm gonna punch you in the face sport. So, yeah, you better bet that people are gonna start looking at that like a chink in the armor. James Benitez, shout out to you, champ. Mario said it. He paid a visit to the telecast. Cooling. I know you had a good time out there. TBB, welcome back. Man. Yo, that judge that scored 75-73 for that DC3 Ambo fight should never judge again.
That was tough, yeah.
Yo, yeah, a lot of people thought the Ambo had that clear. But
well, the scores were 77-73, 77-71, 76-72. So, yeah.
75 said. James Benitez on a return says, yo, Ness, how impressive was Truck? Also, when are you relocating to the A?
Yeah. Nah.
Damn. Getting another house in the A, Ness?
Nah.
Yeah,
hey, yo, there once upon a time I did. I swear to God, like, you know, once upon a time I checked and you know, property value was decent. I used to watch so much HGTV when I bought my first home, and before I bought my first home, that I watched a lot of those first time buyer shows. And Atlanta was always a very great and thriving market, man. I just wish that while I was watching those shows, I was able to jump on it because, you know, they were giving you the prices and you can see the square footage and just the up-and-coming neighborhoods. But right now it's too expensive, I'm sure, to get into Atlanta, man. You crazy? You're going to have to get a somewhere in the outskirts, which probably makes sense anyway with all the fucking traffic of Atlanta anyway.
Word.
It's crazy.
Oh, my God.
But
that place
if you want... You know, what we talk about is Atlanta. Like, even Fight Club and Cosmopolitan, those are not in Atlanta. And, you know, Atlanta comes out to those cities to support. But, like, being in Atlanta is like different. It's like being in Vegas. It's like
it's like it never sleeps.
Like a baby Vegas. It's like a baby Vegas, man, without the gambling. I mean,
bro, I ain't never seen a restaurant, right, that serves pizza look like a club.
Word.
Like that shit was like and yo, it was like, I mean,
no, that's the
people
saddest
outside
part.
waiting to get in and shit. It was like every place is like a bar. Like, it's crazy.
Honestly, that's the saddest part for me, that every restaurant is a club.
Yeah,
like,
man.
bruh, like,
I want some just like chill spot where I can go get a bite.
I mean, you gotta
we went
maximize
to
the use of your
breakfast.
space, man.
We went to breakfast with Ringwalk Danny and Doomy, and it was like a club. We were at a lounge at like 10 in the morning. It's a place that
changes to a club, right? At night. Like,
it was Life or Life. One of the most popping clubs.
One side is Life and the other side is something else. And it's like in the morning time you can come get some eggs and bacon, and at night you come get the drinks.
But that's the thing. The other side, the door doesn't even work. You literally got to come in through Life.
Oh yeah. People kept going to the door.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
yo,
shout out. Canna, that's sad for me. Like, I'm not trying to party at 9 in the morning. Like, I just want waffles. Can I eat my waffles? Like,
Ness was like, I got waffles.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, don't get me wrong. Atlanta does have it right from a male standpoint. Like, I would rather go to any breakfast spot and see these Atlanta waitresses than any other waitresses around the entire fucking world.
Patrons were freaking
but I'm talking just waitresses, Mario.
No, I got you.
Think about Twin Peaks. Think you went to the one with me at Life. Like, you don't go anywhere in Atlanta where your waitress is not.
Yeah, no.
Popping, like, and let
don't
me
work
tell you,
that way.
and they not wearing Applebee's black jeans and like, yo, Atlanta got it right from a waitress standpoint. So I could deal with that in the morning. Like, I'm going to get some cakes. Let me see some cakes. I get it. But I'm not trying to. Yeah, but I'm not trying to dance. I'm not trying to dance. Like, you ain't got to throw the music on and dim the lights. They got the fucking neons in the back. It's like, bro, it's 10 a.m. Give me my waffles.
It's 10 a.m. but we having a drink with Danny.
Word. And the thing is like everybody there is like an IG model. Like they're taking pictures. It's like crazy.
At 10 a.m., Doomy was having a Hennessy and like I'm like, bro, y'all tripping right now. Y'all gotta stop thinking just because Atlanta's like this. We don't have to live that lifestyle. Like we don't have to drink at 9 a.m. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at Danny. Danny got 2 drinks. And I'm like,
he double fisting.
Doubled it up, and I'm over here 11 o'clock, like, but I'm about to have some catfish.
Word, he had catfish at 11 o'clock. I mean, listen, Atlanta's another level. It's another level. I'm just glad that they've embraced us because I hear it gets crazy. You know, I get all types of stories from Intrigue, so. I'm glad.
But it's just so chill.
Yeah, I'm glad we've had that experience.
That's the thing is we ain't seen it yet, but from what I hear, it can turn into Grand Theft Auto out there.
Yeah, that's
GTA. Yo, shout out to Corey G with the $4.99 super chat. Didn't say anything, but hopefully maybe come back with it. Another super chat real quick from Austin V. Austin in Texas says, shout out SDS promotional star Austin V. Tune in 9/18. Face with steam from nose emoji. What is that? Like a mad emoji? And then boxing glove emoji. It's like not a mad. What is it?
It's like the tough mad.
Mad. Yeah. You know, like, he said ass clapping pancakes. That's funny.
Yeah, man. Let me get to these callers. Did I ever get to this? Shout out to our sponsor.
I don't think you did.
We did it. Big
Trucking Agency.
Make
sure you contact them for all your trucking insurance purposes. We have a big community of truck drivers. You know, shout out to Supermax. Got sponsored for Border Wars and has some fantastic shorts on his IG. Go ahead and check those out. Damn, yo, you looking like a winner, champ. But can you win though? I mean, I don't know. I mean, with these belts too, oh my God. Oh, I can't wait for 7 o'clock because I would love the winner of Supermax and Santi versus Eddie.
Oh, that looks like it's already been building.
No, it's been building, but Eddie is such a fucking slouch. He don't take shit serious, and he always is like, no, I can't, I could. So it's like this kid with all this talent. You know, he's got all the talent. He's our version of Joan Guzman. He's just blowing weight, man. He's got all the talent in the world, but he's blowing weight, man. But that being said,
no, you had loads of beef. Yeah, you love the beef, the Mexican, the juice.
These calls are brought to you by Big Rigs Trucking Agency, experts for all your insurance and trucking needs. For quotes and consultations, visit us at brtagency.com or contact us at 908-943-6918.
Austin in Hobbs. What up?
Cricket time.
Hey, can you hear me?
We hear you. We made it.
Hey, man. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Ness. Good morning, Doomy. Good morning, Mario.
What up?
Shit, man. My fault. I've been kind of busy here at work. Let me see. What's the topic?
I think Manny's in the Who you got, champ?
Can Pacman get his WBA?
I got Manny winning, bro. Yeah, I got Manny winning. I mean, but Yordenis can get the decision. It all just depends what Al wants. If Al wants him to get the decision, he's going to get the decision. But I think Manny can knock him out. Will he knock him out? Probably not, bro. Manny's old. You know what I mean? But did y'all see Earl's shit was actually detached? It wasn't just a tear?
Yep, we were talking about that.
We was just saying that.
Man, shout out to my Dallas brethren, Errol Spence, the truth. Man, shout out to Earl and his family, bro. I hope he has a speedy recovery on the rail. But hey, Mario, shout out to you, bro. So what does SDS got to do to get you over here, man? You ain't answering me.
Mario is the promotion. He don't need a promoter.
They
come on, that's like Canelo.
Just get the chain ready. That's all I'm saying. Just
Yo,
get
this
the chain ready.
ECP out here, champ.
I'm out here.
Mario,
I'm out here. Get out of here, Austin, man. Check us.
W. That's it.
Talk that talk at 7 p.m., man, because, the truth is that, like, there's a misconception. I don't know. SDS is like a fraud. You know what I'm saying?
What? Why?
I'm going to break that down, man. You got to tune in 7 p.m.,
Ooh,
man.
it's going to be
they ain't certified.
That promotion ain't real. I don't think they got their license.
They ain't apply for their license.
I mean, the truth is, I got Show Kid his introductory fight. I built him up by giving him a young boy. I built that whole story.
That they stole him.
I built that whole story of a 40-year-old, getting into the 40 and over club, beating a young boy, knocking him across the ring. Then I give him the biggest fight of his career till date. Mario Munguia. He main events. Then he loses in a great fight. He loses in a great fight, and I give him another big name in the community to get his name back right. Meanwhile, he out here claiming some other set, man. I gotta go, man.
You saying he FA Ajaba?
Yeah, he out here.
Yeah.
He's a rogue promoter right now.
He's FA, man. I built him to be somebody, and now he's hanging with these guys, man. These guys. But let me go to Hawk in Maryland. Hawk.
Oh, did he pop on?
Yo, PBV, what's up?
What up?
How y'all doing this? Ain't nothing, man. Seeing y'all boys rolling. I love the commentating, the newfound HBO crew.
Shout out to you.
Yeah. I just sent y'all a text on that, a cash app on that. But I got one thing I do want to say off the break. If Showtime shows another Rick and Dial fight on their air, I would cancel my prescription.
What?
I would never watch Showtime, not even their movies again. I would never watch a movie on Showtime if they show that guy again. That was horrible, bro. That was absolutely horrible what he was doing, man. It was horrible. But as far as Manny Pacquiao, Ugas, I got Ugas. I mean, no, apologize. I got Pacquiao. I got Pacquiao by knockout. I got Pacquiao, but that man is seriously upset he didn't get that Spence fight. I got Pacquiao being pissed off they put him in front of a guy that got his belt for free. That he got to fight this guy for his belt back again. I think people need to realize the view Pacquiao coming from. Even in his interviews, he sounds seriously mad about the fact he's fighting a guy for the belt he already has. So I'm going with Pacquiao.
By stoppage or decision?
Yes. No, I'm going by stoppage. Pacquiao is pissed. I'm going by stoppage. I ain't never seen him in an interview where he was just...
ain't got no killing instinct. What? Pacquiao ain't had killing instinct since HBO, man.
Hey, you got a point, but right now I just think he got a chip on his shoulder fighting the guy that's got his belt, and they wouldn't give it back to him. Now he's saying, well, this is the way I'm going to give it back. So, I don't know. I think you're going to put in a little extra effort myself. But Ugas looks really good. He looks really good.
Well, all right, Hawk.
Yeah.
Hawk on down in Maryland. Shout out to you. Thank you for calling in. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, man. Ain't shit changed. We still need to get to them goals. We crushing, and we can only do that together as a community, man. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode and this channel in the odds of other boxing fans so we could get more callers around the world talking boxing with us right here at theboxingvoice.com/. Okay, I did that wrong. It's supposed to be youtube.com/theboxingvoice. I'm so used to sending you to my website. I mean, if you go to theboxingvoice.com/videos, you can see every single episode. Order in the court. Let me go out to Mr. Maldonado in Mr. New York City, right? He's all the way in New York City. What up?
New York City.
What he done to the boxing world to be number one in the junior weight division?
Yo, good morning. Good morning, fellas.
What up?
Buenos dias.
Yo, Ness.
What up?
Yo, Ness, you just sold me on Atlanta, bro. I'm a single guy right now, man. You got me ready to go to Atlanta. You talk about for breakfast, you be having Beyonce serving you coffee and shit. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely. Listen, Johnny's Waffle House is the Waffle House I recommend. All these Waffle House out here, they be stunting. That one is, they actually season their chicken. And I mean, I haven't seen, my last waitress, I was just like, what in the hell? I can't understand it. I'm telling you.
That's crazy. I hear you. Yo, I want to touch on the Errol Spence situation, man. It's a sad situation. But, I hope he gets better because there's people that bounce back. Sugar Ray Leonard had a detached retina one time in his prime. He retired. Then he came back. He fought a journeyman named Kevin Howard, which he won, but he didn't look good. Then he retired again and then came back 4 years later to beat Marvin Hagler. Hopefully Spence had a good recovery, man, because, he was on the brink of having a great career, man. As far as the Ugas Pacquiao fight, I hope I'm wrong because I want to see an exciting fight, especially after my boy Regendahl let me down because I like Regendahl. I think Ugas, as soon as he takes the power, he's going to turn into Joshua Clottey 2.0, and he's just going to try to survive. That's what I think is going to happen with that fight. It's going to go 12 rounds. It's going to be a stinker, too. But I hope that I'm wrong. I hope Ugas goes all out so Pacquiao can get that stoppage. And, did you see the Virgil Ortiz fight? I know you guys are doing the commentary, but did you check that out afterwards?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Virgil Ortiz, he looks like a younger, less polished version of Miguel Cotto. The way he comes in with that little high guard, that jab, the way he digs to the body.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Nah, man. Cut it. First of all,
very vague.
No, vague, just wrong. He wasn't
just wrong, plain wrong.
Listen,
yeah.
You don't think of Cotto.
I was being nice, I think.
You don't think of Cotto for no fucking jab to the body. Cotto is what he's known for is his left hook. Always was, always will be.
He landed that to the body too, but yeah, he ain't that jab to the body. Yo, but y'all think it could be boring though? Y'all think it's gonna be boring? Y'all expect a boring Pacquiao Ugas fight? Because he said I think it's gonna be boring.
I mean, what Pacquiao fight has been boring? Not even Mayweather.
That's what I'm saying.
Only people that don't. And I'm not saying he doesn't. Obviously, he's a historian. He understands boxing. But that was probably a question he was posing to our casual audience. Like, I didn't think Mayweather Pacquiao was boring. Where the world did. The world was.
I thought it was one-sided.
The world was mad. That was not boring to me. That was the highest level. I was just like, I told you, motherfuckers. Like, look at how amazing this dude is doing it. Like, he was catching Pacquiao with everything. He caught everybody up. And that's the beauty of that dude, man. It's crazy how you got to appreciate something. It's like Jay-Z, man. You're going to love them when they gone, man. My man caught Pacquiao with all types of step back. Boom. Like, people were mad because Pacquiao didn't do what he was supposed to do. Like, if this fight is boring, it's because Pacquiao didn't do what he was supposed to do, because Pacquiao is a certain fighter, and we expect what he did to Thurman, what he did to Algieri and Lucas every time out. He's never given us a boxing fight. Like, he's never, I'm trying to pound you out. So it's like, no homo. He's got to give us what he's got to give us at the end of the day. Floyd, I never got mad that his fight with Pacquiao was on the back foot or it didn't have many punches, because that's his style. He negates everything you do well and just pot shots the shit out of you. You know what I mean? And damn, I'm jealous. I'm not jealous is the wrong word. I'm fucking sad that we don't have who's the next one, man? Like, everybody out here getting touched up. Floyd never got touched up, man. Everybody gets touched up. That's crazy how, the separation, man. He's really showing us. And again, only dude, I would say Colbert and Colbert, it could be argued that he getting touched up because he trying to fight for us. Like, he trying to show y'all he's not boring. But so I think Shakur's the only dude. But then again, the opposition just ain't there. That ain't the same Floyd opposition. Like, Floyd doing that on the highest level. Yeah, again, you said Shakur, I did too, brother. But the point is, Shakur ain't in there. When Shakur get in there and do that shit to Tank and Tio and Devin, then you like, oh shit, because that's who you gotta not get touched by. That's what Floyd did. He beat the shit out of his contemporaries, man. Like again, people like to overlook Guerrero, but like, look at Guerrero Thurman, look at Guerrero Berto, man. Look at Guerrero Selchuk Aiden, man. Like, this dude he gave everybody a tough fight. Even look at Guerrero Danny. Danny got hit by Guerrero. Again, Floyd wasn't getting hit, man. My man wasn't getting hit. Like, that's insane to think about in retrospect now. It's like, damn, you look at everybody else, everybody's getting hit. Joshua.
The IQ,
Joshua
bro.
is the face of boxing. He getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, another face of boxing. Gennady hit his ass. Gennady hit him. You know what I'm saying?
He getting hit. He got hit.
He getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Now,
there's a reason why he's at the top of the list,
As of late, he ain't been getting hit, but Laura hit him. You understand? Trout hit him. Floyd fucking hit him. You know what I'm saying? So it's such a difference. But Shakur, shout out to him. He gets his opportunity now. Will Jamel hit him?
I'm pretty sure that Jamel's going to hit him.
Let's see what's going to be the numbers, because that's where Floyd is beautiful at. Even now, his defensive numbers that's why they was always trying to rank him next to Loma. Like, Loma's being hit just as least as Floyd. No, get out of here. Look at his face. He touched up, man. I ain't getting touched up.
Yeah, but Loma was putting together offense that Floyd wasn't.
And that's cool. And that's what Colbert is doing. If you sell out, you sell out, and I don't mean that in a bad way. When you sell out, in boxing terms, selling out means you taking risks to give it to the crowd. So like, if you choose to go that route, you're gonna choose to get hit. If Loma wanna do that, he gonna be hit. But then don't compare him to Floyd, because he is being hit, and this one ain't. I mean, they even put him down. So it's a totally difference. Floyd, bro, Mosley buckled Floyd. That shit was heard around the world because it's so hard to do.
So hard. Yo, that was one time where I was like I shot out of my seat. I was like, whoa! Never seen that man dance.
And unlike Darren, see, Floyd grabbed that arm, that same right
hand.
He locked that shit. Unlike Darren, where Darren was like, nah, fuck that, let's fight. Floyd was like, hold up. Yeah, you thought I was weak. You thought I was weak. Because that's what they do. Like, oh, you came up, you weak. Nah, you thought I was weak. Get me out this clinch. Then now I'm about to get my head together. Then he got hit with another one right after that, though. I do remember that.
Well, Floyd got to a level, right, and got to the point where they just wanted to see him win or see him lose. And it's like he could fight to win. He could fight his best fight. There's still like a lot of guys out here, even Tank, is like they're in situations where they're still trying to make headline news. Floyd could go out there, box you for 12 or stop you in 1, and it's headline news no matter what. I respect dudes that go out there and make fights. That's what we want to see, So, yeah, I think hopefully we get that this weekend.
That being said, I think there's some sort of headline out there. Has anybody seen it? Can you find the exact headline about Velasquez saying that Virgil something Crawford? I don't know. I don't want to, you know what I mean? It's something. It's something with those three names, and I'm assuming the common opponent is saying that the new fighter does something different than the old fighter that he faced in Terrence Crawford.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I'm only saying it because I know somebody's going, oh, Ness, for a guy that says don't interject him, you sure bring it. No, I'm bringing him up now because, again, obviously Virgil was brought up. It's the welterweight division, and that was said, and after the Virgil Velasquez win, all roads point to Virgil and Crawford potentially fighting, especially if this purse bid with Porter doesn't end well, right? If Al doesn't bid, they move on to the next suitable challenger, which would be Virgil Ortiz. You know what I mean? If Al doesn't bid or doesn't win, right? If he loses, obviously, then Porter got to go fight on ESPN. But if you don't bid, you don't lose your fighter to another network. You can pull out. You don't want to fight him. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do, man. I hope it. The rumors. I mean, not the rumors. The reports is going to fucking purse bid. It's so crazy. But again, there's a world where Al will overpay for this fight. No, seriously. I mean, look, if I'm Al, I overpay for the fight so that Crawford. I'm taking you out on a date. I'm taking you out even though I know you got a man. What your man got to do with me? I'm going to show you I could treat you better. Look, I just paid all this money to have you fight.
I'm going to show you how great I am.
I just paid all this money to show you, to have you fight on my network, even though I know you promotionally tied to someone else, because I'm showing you this is how we treat people over here. We don't talk bad about them. We don't put them down. We try to put them in the biggest fights possible. We don't hold them back. I mean, everybody that got something bad to say about Al, look at Ugas. It's just that. Four losses, elevated champion.
Look at this guy.
Exactly.
Let me tell you right now, a quote, right, from De La Hoya. Said, I'm going to personally call Jerry Jones and Terrence Crawford so we can stage this fight at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Well, that would be huge.
De La Hoya said before Saturday, it would be huge.
But the thing is this.
Huge.
He's got to deal with Bob. And like, you taking the A side approach, you calling Jerry, you calling Terrence? That's what he said?
But where are they going to be fighting?
How you going to call Terrence without calling his promoter? But how you going to call Terrence? Like, again, this is just headline talk, which is sexy. I love it. I love it. He's building the fight, but he's also breaking the fight. This is a co-promotion. You can't start throwing your balls around to I'm calling Jerry. I'm calling your fighter. Because that's how, as a promoter, I'm interpreting it. You're calling my fighter? You said you're calling my fighter without talking to me? Nah,
yeah, but that's different. It's
you
different
making plans
if
with
you're
my
talking
fighter? No,
yeah, but
you
they know each other so long.
You making plans with my fighter, and all of a sudden my fighter's the B-side? Why the fuck would Terrence Crawford go to San Antonio or
but that's
Dallas?
Not what's happening, though, Ness. What's happening is
where is Jerry Jones? Where is Jerry Jones? Where is
Dallas?
Okay,
Dallas.
And why the fuck am I Terrence Crawford going? Am I Errol Spence? Am I born in Texas? Why am I going to Dallas?
Because it has the most seats out of any venue that they could fill
for the Mexican fighter.
Dallas is like a couple hours away from Nebraska. I mean,
so
you're
if
talking
we put
about
this fight,
a fight
let me
that
ask
could
you
be
one
done
question.
like that.
Let me ask you one question. If we put this fight in Dallas, who are we catering to? Terrence Crawford?
Of course.
Let me finish my sentence for the casuals.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just want the casuals listening to our debate to know where I'm coming from. Like, if we put this fight in Texas, Doomy, who are we catering to? Are we catering to Terrence Bud Crawford fans, or are we catering to the potential San Antonio native Virgil Ortiz Jr. fans? Like, come on.
I think they're catering to the money.
All right,
they're catering to the money, but if you were to put it in that perspective of who this fight caters to, in a sense, yeah, it's catering to Virgil. It's his hometown. Sure. It's his demo.
Exactly, it's his demographic. So if I'm Crawford and I'm Bob, I'm saying this is a big fight. We're going to Vegas. We got a Mexican versus a African American slick declarated fighter. We're going to Vegas. This is the green print.
It's horrible.
There's a reason why the Locks and the Dipset didn't go do their thing in Vegas or Cali or Florida or Texas. Okay, there's a reason.
Because they're both
you want to maximize the
they're both from New York.
The most money though.
Yeah, but Mario, that's a bad example. We're both from New York, so that's even playing field. Just like Vegas is even playing field. We're both from New York. So you ain't outselling me, I ain't outselling you. Harlem coming out for me, Yonkers coming out for you. Now you talking about Terrence. How far is Nebraska from Dallas?
I'm going to look it up right now. Nebraska,
I get it, though, but people will still come out.
And I'm the A side. I'm the one with all the belts. I'm the one with all the accolades. And you telling me I got to go to fucking Dallas. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a big fight, and I asked Floyd to go to Dallas. I would love to go to Dallas and see this fight because it would be in a stadium. I've been to Dallas Stadium. I know how beautiful it is. It's air-conditioned. You feel fantastic. It's a movie. But from an A side, from a negotiation standpoint, I think Oscar's talking too much. If you really want to make this fight happen, you tell Bob this in private and say, this is the offer I got from Jerry Jones. We could get the stadium. This is my proposal. What's yours? What makes better sense? Don't ruffle feathers in the media. You out here talking like you got this, man, focus on your fight because you are like, how you going to, I'm going to call your fighter. That just don't, I interpreted what I heard. I didn't hear, I'm going to contact Terrence Crawford's peoples and we're going to make this fight happen. No, I'm going to call Terrence. Dog. Bob is like, man, what the fuck is Oscar thinking?
It's an 11-hour drive. Or you could run there for 235 hours. But like, here's the point to me. I think these two dudes are like monumental promoters. So it's like, but I get it. They got egos. You're right.
They already had a pre-existing Cold War.
You're right. Yep.
Like,
okay.
That's not how you do business. That you know, someone that's mad at you. That's not how you do business.
No, you're right. You're right. And we've seen almost a similar thing play out with Eddie, and Bob, and that didn't go very well at all. So, or that ended rough. So yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying.
That's presser gold right there for him.
Word.
Real quick for Surefire D, shout out to you. He is on the super chat. Says Jaron Ennis is the next dominant one in my opinion. This is super chatted while you guys are talking about Floyd Mayweather. And the dominance that he's had.
Wait a minute. We'll see because again, Mayweather doesn't get overzealous, and that's what happened in his fight with Van Heerden.
Absolutely not.
And in his fight with Lipinets. I'm not saying he got touched, but I don't know. I would have to.
He beat the brakes off him.
I can't. I don't remember that fight clear enough to. I just remember him doing a lot of beautiful body work with using his own lateral movement. Like he would get angles to dig into the body.
He hit Lipinets with all the chi. Like he was karate. I'm talking about like bro.
He was breaking boards.
That boy's
and shit.
a bad mofo, man. James Benitez says if Bud wants to enhance his appeal, he needs to fight in Atlanta.
Well, I mean, there's a huge possibility that could happen in Atlanta now that there's a lot of rumors that State Farm is going to be hosting Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring, and I hope that Atlanta comes out for them.
So do I.
Because, Tank is closer to Atlanta, right? Is the DMV somehow closer, or am I just faking it here? Because, you got to go down. I know I got to go south 95 to get to Atlanta if I was in Jersey, right?
I would think.
So you got to pass.
Nebraska's closer, maybe not. I don't know.
Washington to Atlanta.
Yeah, I think Washington is closer.
About 9 hours driving.
And then, but remember that the DMV is the 3 states, just like we are the 3 states with the tri-states. So DMV is Baltimore, Maryland, and what's the other one? Baltimore, Maryland, Virginia.
Virginia, VA, yeah.
So VA is right, the original colony. So VA is closer to Atlanta. So for Tank, I'm just saying geographically, which is how I'm bad. I've grown with the show that I've just learned. I was able to break that down because I'd be like, yo, where the fuck is that one? That being said, for Tank is safer. Shakur's from Newark, New Jersey. I mean, that's like a 6-hour ride or more. What, 10? How many is from Jersey? 10, 12 to Atlanta?
Jersey to Atlanta?
Yeah. Nebraska to Atlanta was 17 hours.
Damn,
Nebraska to Atlanta was 17 hours, and the DMV area to Atlanta is 10 hours. So it's about the same.
DMV says Nebraska to Atlanta 13, you said?
It's 10 hours from DMV to Atlanta, and Nebraska's 11.
And how much is it for you, Doomy, from New Jersey? Like 10 as well? Or more?
Yeah, from New Jersey, we're looking at about 13 hours.
Okay. Well, hopefully it works for them because Herring is from where? Herring is like
Ain't from Ohio.
Ohio. He's from Ohio, right? I think he's from what part of it's not Toledo.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Jamel Herring.
Where's he from, you said?
Yeah.
He's from Cincinnati.
What? Yo, Ohio. Yeah.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess. Hopefully it works, man, because, Atlanta's that spot. Let me tell you. Hopefully it works. Because if they could get that one to work, then they can go back to Atlanta with Bud.
Exactly.
But again, now if you telling Oscar, we going to Atlanta, he going to look at you like, what? Why?
Sideways. Yeah.
Even though, let me tell you, there's mad Mexicans in Atlanta. I feel like I've seen a lot of Mexican restaurants. Like everything.
There is.
They do have a lot of Mexican restaurants.
Latino community too.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. But again, when you think of Atlanta, you definitely don't think Mexican. They call it Black Atlanta, Black Hollywood. They don't call it Mexican Hollywood. You know, we consider Texas Mexicanville, like we consider Atlanta Black Hollywood.
The thing is that the Mexicanville.
I mean, just think about it. Julio
Dallas
Cesar
and San
Chavez
Antonio
Jr.
are very different, though. San Antonio is much more Hispanic.
Yes.
Dallas, the Houston area.
Yeah, but how many hours is it? It's 2 hours from San Antonio to Dallas, right?
Nah, it's like a good 4.
What?
Yeah, San Antonio to Dallas. Dallas is like North Tech. I mean, like, for me in Corpus, that's just an 8-hour drive for real.
To get to Dallas?
Hell yeah. And to San Antonio is like less than 2. It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, but see, I mean, look, I'm a fight fan. I put in 15, 14, 18 hours in the car.
Yeah, but it's not. It's going to be the casual fans that fill up Cowboy Stadium, though. Unless they're going to do it at Frisco at the Star, which is a smaller arena outside. Or you've been there, where Mikey Garcia fought. Unless they're going to do it there, it'd be like the equivalency to like the MGM. Madison Square Garden and the Little Garden, right? But this is like a much bigger scale. Cowboy Stadium, 100,000 seats, and then Frisco, I think it's like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 6. I don't know even. You know what? Let me check that.
Yeah,
that would be a good spot too.
But I just hope it works. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been begging for a Wilder fight in Atlanta, and maybe the more people that do Atlanta, the more chances of more guys taking advantage of that. And that's a good fight. So Herring can show his Shakur can show his separation because, Herring's been in some decent fights with some decent fighters. So there's a great barometer there. I'm just always going to repeat that it was poor promoting on Bob Arum's side to pit these two black guys together when horrible. Exactly. He is horrible because he could have gave Shakur Valdez and Herring Burchell and the winners meet, and then have 3 green prints, not just none.
Could have done Herring Valdez and then the winner fight Shakur.
Woo! Let's go, champ. You feel me?
No, because it was Burchell.
I know, but
he gave Burchell and he gave Oscar Burchell. There was no need. You don't do Mexican versus Mexican. That's not. Yeah, it's fun for Mexicans, and they're like, who's ¿Quién es más macho? But at the end of the day, Mexicans. No, it's true. But at the end of the day,
right?
At the end of the day, Mexicans rather root for the Mexican beating the black guy. Let's not separate the truth from the truth. That's why the green print exists. That's why it works. You understand?
It depends, I think, but you're right. You're absolutely right, 100%.
If Bob would have done the right thing as a promoter and gave both his black fighters a Mexican, everybody grows because that's what made Floyd who he is, fighting a Mexican.
But if you're Shakur and you go to Atlanta off the back of a Herring, then come back and fight a Valdez, at the end of the day, they're putting everything in Shakur, and that raises his stock no matter what. Could the Herring fight be bigger if he would have beat Valdez
first? Everything
sure.
In Shakur,
but maybe the Valdez fight is bigger because he beats Herring. And I'm not even saying Herring loses. By the way, Herring's going to take more rounds from Shakur than anyone has thus far. But
so we think.
Wait. I'm gonna go out. Let me just counter.
I think the same. I'm with you. I think.
Let me just.
Shakur's has a way of surprising the shit out of me.
Let me just counter Mario's promotional stance because it's like, if I'm Shakur, I'm not looking at it Mario's way. I'm looking at it like, no, Bob, you keep giving Valdez the opportunity. I was his mandatory. You advised him to move up and gave me a vacant title shot. Okay? Now I move up and you still don't give me that fight, which can make my name. You've yet to give me a career-defining fight. You give him another career-defining fight. And not versus me or versus the other black champion in Jamel Herring. You give him the Mexican. So I don't see it your way at all. I see Shakur getting the short end of the stick. Now he's also fighting the lesser-known champion. Who's more known, Miguel Burchell or Jamel Herring?
No, I got you. I think, though, if you look at it like this, look, Valdez is gonna go fight. What's his name? Robson Canseio or whatever, the Brazilian, right? They're gonna fight. Okay, and the date's not far off from the Shakur fight.
Look at that. He gets a tune-up. He gets a tune-up now for beating Burchell. It's like, you did marvelous. Here's another free check because you beat him.
He didn't earn it by taking that fight from somebody that everybody thought he was going to lose.
But that's what we're saying. Shakur's not given his opportunity to be great.
Let him earn it against Herring. Let him earn it against
He earned it as a mandatory in 2 separate divisions. He's the mandatory at 126 and 130.
Like you said, promotion.
Of course he don't got no appeal if you're not promoting me. Put me in with the fucking Mexican and everybody's going to know my name. Once I clearly show you I'm levels above, everyone will know my name. The green print is real. Fulton versus Figueroa is the green print. Someone will be elevated because of that. Because it is a level. As a Mexican, you must beat the slick black fighter or you ain't complete. And as a slick black fighter, you have to go through the fire of that Mexican style. It's part of boxing.
Okay, but let me counter that because I'm not trying to, like, people are maybe thinking that I'm trying to keep Valdez's belt. Like, I'm not trying to get Valdez to keep the belt. I'm trying to make that fight the best it can. Now, I'm not thinking as a fight fan. I'm thinking as somebody who wants to elevate one of these fighters. Valdez and Shakur can fight now, and it's a big fight. But imagine Shakur off the back of a Herring that finally people know somebody that he's beat, casual fans. And it might not be a lot, but it's something to take into the Valdez fight. Because right now, Valdez is carrying all the weight. Exactly. So then Exactly. So the Valdez fight's bigger now because of that. And I'm not saying it couldn't go the opposite way. I'm just saying it's definitely a bigger fight. You can't say that it's not a bigger fight beating Herring and then getting into the Valdez. That's a bigger fight now.
It was always a bigger fight, but the storyline, I guess, is a better storyline.
Thank you. The storyline. Thank you.
The Herring fight storyline is bigger than beating a Mexican?
It's bigger when you go into the Mexican fight, sure. Yeah, having Herring on your back, having Herring's scalp, and then taking it into the Valdez fight, that's a bigger fight now.
Bro, let me explain something. Hold on.
But I know that it gives it a different storyline.
Let me explain something.
So you can argue Steven's position for getting to that.
Let me explain something, Doomy. Yeah. If Top Rank believed in Shakur as much as we the fans do, right? When he was the mandatory to Valdez, they would have let him beat Valdez like we all believe he will, right? Then he vacates or they do the right thing and make the fucking fight with Warrington happen and he's the first unified champion at like a 12 fights at that time would have been. Because remember, he ended up fighting for a vacant because they didn't give him Valdez. So now he's unified or not. Cool. Let's say he really couldn't make weight because after the negotiations failed with Leeds fighter Josh Warrington, he dropped the belt. He moves up to 130 now. Again, he's the mandatory, right? But since he beat Valdez, he won't have to be the mandatory. Top Rank can now give him his second Mexican. So now he's the Mexican killer. So he beats Burchell the same day that Valdez beats him, right? And now who's next on the roster? Oh, a 2-division champ defending in a unification versus another black fighter with a belt that is a Marine that came back and shown you the boxing Rocky story that even after defeat, you could become a world champion. And he's also defending in Atlanta. No, that's bigger. But what the problem is, everybody wants to rely on the fucking Mexican market for everything. Like, why can't we do it backwards? Let's rely on him. No, but let's rely on them. Let's rely on them now. Why are you saying, oh, I can't fight the black fighter I can't fight the Mexican fighter till I build my name? No, I'm gonna make my name off him like Floyd did. Floyd fought Chicken Hernandez.
He's not building. It doesn't help him. It's not like we're saying that it builds his name to be able to, merit that fight. No, we're not saying that. We're saying that if he beats a Jamel Herring going into the Valdez fight, there will be more momentum for that fight. But like you said, why can't we do it the way you just said it?
How is there more momentum? The Mexican in these equations are more popular. They were champions and undefeated. They were champions. How we lying to the audience saying that Jamel Herring is somehow more No, if they would have gave him Valdez at the time, Valdez was undefeated and he was a champion. So that was the bigger fight. And then
it was. At that time, it was. Nobody's arguing that.
And now you beat Valdez. Your negotiations don't work with Warrington. You move up. And as the current champion at 26, you're taking on the WBC champion now in Burchell. Like, I don't understand what we're talking about. It's always that was always the bigger names.
Yeah, no, I agree. But you're making this argument or debate about what do you get out of, like, who do you gain from more, beating a Valdez or beating a Herring? I absolutely agree with you. No question, beating a Valdez. My whole thing is fighting Valdez now. Is it as big a fight? Because it is a big fight. But is it as big a fight if you're coming off of a Herring win? And you're riding that momentum? I can't say that it's not. I don't know. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm not trying to keep my counter. I'm not trying to do
and my counter to that, Mario,
that a fight going directly into it with Valdez wouldn't have been a big fight. It still would have been a big fight.
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying that my counter to that is the way that it's happening could never, doesn't matter what he says, like, or, you know, I get your argument. I'm not dismissing it. All I'm saying is that I know if we do a poll, the probability of Shakur stardom had Top Rank done the right thing. He was the mandatory. Give him his opportunity. There was no franchise belt. They advised him to vacate. So
you're right, but we are where we are, though.
But all I'm saying, Shakur going into this Herring fight in Atlanta with a bigger star by beating Oscar and Burchell.
Okay.
This fight could never be bigger.
Now I get what you're saying. You're saying he
would have brought the crowd to Atlanta.
The Atlanta crowd, yes. Okay. I was not understanding your debate. I didn't get what you were saying.
Cool.
That is, you're absolutely 100% right. I will agree that it would have been more important for him to take the Valdez win into the Herring than the Herring win into the Valdez. 100%.
He would have had two. I
can hear you. I'm just going to grab a drink. I can hear you.
I hear you. He would have had two, though, not just the Valdez. He beats Valdez at 26. Now they giving him, because now Valdez is undefeated, so you can't do Mexican versus Mexican. So now you got to give me Burchell. Now I'm a two-time champion. Now going into fucking Herring, I'm bringing the crowd. They know me already. I'm a two-time champ. And Warrington ain't want to fight me. You understand? And I was willing to go all the way to Leeds. Like, I'm the youngest dude doing it. And my skills show it. But you ain't letting me show it, man. I don't even know. Look, I ain't trying to get in trouble. You know, I know you can't talk about Prince a certain way, but yo, for real, man. Like, something got to give. It's not that ain't the way it should be going. It should have went the way, because look, people talk about Charlo and Canelo. But Canelo is Canelo. That's why he get the WBC. Like, nobody made nothing for Top Rank but his own promoter. Nobody made nothing for Valdez but his own promoter. They took him out that Shakur fight. They saved him from that. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfair for Shakur, man. Hey, Nicholas, man, you can say whatever I want, man. I tell the truth. I don't see Brandon Figueroa being saved from fucking Fulton, right? I don't see them saving him. They putting him right in there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see Casamayor wasn't about to fight Nonito. He was. Or Casamero, excuse me. Like, you a lie, man. You a lie. PBC, y'all can talk all the shit y'all want. They fighting each other. They have no choice but to fight. Every promoter does in-house. So PBC does in-house, just like Top Rank does in-house, just like Matchroom does in-house. Frank Warren does in-house. When they can work with each other, they do. But their goal is to make money for their own entities and companies. So PBC, you saying that they're not putting their fight, that's a lie. Look at Ugas. I mean, Earl got hurt. Ugas is in. That's PBC. Like, you sound stupid. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, you're about to get timed out for being stupid.
Yo, Will Lynch on the super chat
says, actually, before you move on, let me go ahead and drop this bomb. My man Benitez, that was number 4 with the when is Shakur tickets going on sale. So just want to show him the love for supporting us. But you were saying Will Lynch, I'll pull it up and go for it.
Welcome back, Ness. I hope all is well. Praying emoji hands. Thoughts on if Pacman beats Ugas? How does it affect his legacy, dethroning one more champion?
it doesn't affect. I mean, it affects us in a positive way, man. I mean, fuck, Pacquiao beating this two welterweights or 3, because even Matisse in some way can be considered some sort of welterweight of this generation, though. Like, it's crazy. I mean, my man's still doing it. He's gonna be talked about just like Foreman beating Michael Moorer after 40, man. I mean, but in a greater light, he'll go up there with the Hopkins. Obviously, he's ahead of those guys. You know, I mean, Foreman did Moorer. You know, Pacquiao, if he can fucking do Ugas, you know, that's like another welterweight champion. George didn't do that, you know. Not that I know of, because I'm no historian, but I don't remember him after 40 winning the belt twice. You know, Pacquiao is just continuing to win titles and beating current heavyweights. Not like there's nothing wrong with Ugas.
I know Foreman retired twice, right? Came back or retired and came back real late and then became a champ.
I only remember one retirement. Oh, actually, you're right. He might have took some time off after that Ali win. I know there was a point he went a little bit
MIA. Yo, show kid on the super chat says, "Good morning, TBV. Great show. Mario Dumi and you too, Ness. LOL. Hope everything is well. See you later for the smoke. Hashtag SDS."
Yes, sir. And the smoke will come at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be talking Border Wars right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. We're going out to Boomerang, line 6. Reed, what's going on?
Boomy.
Hey, fellas, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, check this out. I just called in because the name Boots came up. So anytime Boots come up, like if Haney comes up, Bill jumps on. It's the same thing. Shout out to that dude that sent the super chat. If he's listening, if you want to call in for a counter punch or something, I'll pay for it. Pay for 2 counter punches for you. So if you do call in, or if you want, just tell Ness that you want your counter punches, and he'll say it on live, and then I'll pay for it. But whenever you want them. That's my gift to you, brother. Thanks for promoting the Boost Word. That's my call.
That's real fans that he got. Like, when you get a dude to convert and he's trying to convert others, because that's what you need as a boxer. You need people that are willing to pay for your fight, because at the end of the day, it don't matter how good you are, you know, they got to buy you on pay-per-view, because that big fight that your favorite fighter wants to see, your favorite fan wants to see you in, you ain't getting that big fight if you don't sell tickets. You ain't getting that big fight if you don't bring something to the table. I mean, again, look at Charlo. He didn't get his big fight.
You want payday.
Andre is great, right? Y'all call him great. He ain't get his big fight. You got to bring something to the table. So that's very important that he's got paying fans. You know, that means that Line 6 Reed will buy his pay-per-view when the time comes. He's not a guy who's going to look to stream it. You understand? Because if he was a guy that was going to stream it, he would stop at paying to promote Jerron with himself. He's willing to extend that to someone else. I don't even know. I'm looking for, who was it? Okay.
It was for Surefire
D. Shout out to, look at that. And that's a great thing that you would offer it to him. He's a great community member. He's fought in Border Wars twice, I think.
Yeah, 3.
I don't know about 3.
No, I think it was 2.
He fought. He beat Sean, who's fighting Smoke 'em Out Jay at heavyweight. He beat him at 175, and then he lost to Alexis.
Very close fight.
Oh, I forgot the white boy fight didn't happen.
Yeah, that ain't happen. Yeah, because of the weight. But it was for you, for Surefire D. So if you got any other, if you want to counterpunch actually and cut the line and call in, you can do that twice, courtesy of Jerron Boots Ennis, fan, Line 6 Reed, who's also one of our boomerangs. So thank you for the support, without a doubt. If you're on Blog Talk, don't forget to hit the numero uno if you want to talk, voice your opinion. We're going out to Adrian in Wisconsin. What up?
What's good, Ness? Can you hear me?
Perfect, man. What's up? What's up?
Hey, just another beautiful day, man. Yeah, man, I like all the topics. Been a while since I've been on the show, but man, I'm kind of disappointed on that Errol Spence joint. Shout out to Manny Pacquiao for getting another belt, getting his belt back, because I'm pretty sure he's going to win that.
By decision or KO? How do you think you're seeing that happen?
Come on, decision, bro. He ain't going to knock him out.
All right.
And then I wanted to touch on another point, since I'm usually teaching. I'm teaching boxing when y'all talking Border Wars, and I'm sure it'll come out, and Ness will let y'all know on the show, man. If you gonna fight in this shit, man, make sure that you actually train. I'm not naming names, but I've dealt with some people who they ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? And you guys need to take this seriously if you're gonna join Border Wars, because you're disrespecting boxing and the Border Wars brand every time that you don't take it seriously.
Disrespecting yourself, really.
Well, that too. I mean, here's the thing. You can't bullshit this. If you don't put in the work, we're going to see. September 18th, we are going to see if you didn't put in the work. And I just want to put this out there to people. You're going to get embarrassed in front of 400 people on YouTube. It's going to suck. It's okay to take a loss, right? I've lost. It's all right to lose. But to go in there and get outclassed and your ass beat because of something that you didn't do, man, that's just stupid. Don't disrespect the sport like that. We all love the sport a whole lot. So just don't do that, man. There's a lot of work that's put into this. I put a lot of work into it personally. So, I mean, if you're going to talk cash shit, that's cool, man. Just make sure you back it up by doing the work. If you're in a home gym, try to go to a boxing gym and get some sparring. Ness is not lying to you. Doomy is not lying to you. If you do not get out there and spar people who are better than you, man, it's just going to be a rough one, man. Look at the history. Mofongo, no sparring, KO'd. No disrespect to Supermax. I don't know if you sparred for Smoke Him Out Jay. KO'd. I don't even know because he didn't train with me. Hoxie against Bishop, KO'd. Don't be that guy. I can't be on the show later. Just don't be that dude. Respect this. We want to grow Border Wars into something special, man. So bring something special. And for all you guys out here who are new, who are fighting for the first time, talking a lot of shit, I ain't going to name names right now, but man, just make sure you can back it up. Because some of the stuff you talking, you got to realize there's the Estebans out there. There's a lot of good dudes out in the community. So, you know what I'm saying? Just take it seriously. Do what you do. You know what I mean? If you love the sport like I love the sport, and like everyone on the show loves the sport, please take it seriously. Give us the best show you can and do it for yourself. That's all I got, Ness.
All right. Champ status. Coach J-Mac, New Orleans, are you available?
The crickets are coming.
You got to remember they truck drivers, champ. You're too fast. You love that sound bite. Cricket face. Call you I love crickets.
Call them cricket phone.
Call me the tarantula.
I don't know why, but
because I love the crickets.
Maybe he isn't available.
That was a good one.
We're going to Dennis in Tampa. It does look like J-Mac isn't available. Dennis, how about yourself?
Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? We're firemen. We are firemen. Even when I say
BoxingVoice.com.
Thanks for calling me, Ness. There was one thing I said I was going to do when I got out of debt, which I just got out of debt, right? Thank God, is that I was going to be a freaking ringer and pay for that shit for the whole year. So, thank God things are working out for me. So,
shout out to
with
you,
that
man.
said, you know what? What you said?
Said shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to us, bro. To us, you know. I like this show because I'm not a Twitter dude. I can do the basic shit, and I talk to and the stuff. Bottom line is, I come here and I get it all, and that's worth being a ringer for and paying it. So that's just me, you know. If anything the military taught me is loyalty, right? Ride or die, right? So, anyways, bottom line is, you know what? I fell in love with Ugas' story, bro. And, you know, of course, everyone knows I got that Latin bias, right? And I see a hope and pray, because I always get my freaking heart broken when I do this, that Ugas wins split decision. Because when I was looking at the fight with him, with Porter and all that, I don't see him running. He's not going to run. I don't see, like you pointed out, Pacquiao knocking him out. I just don't see that. And I just like Ugas. Look at how he did. The first thing when he found out that Errol Spence was in the situation it is, he said, before I talk about my fight, blah, 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 my career ain't going to be what it is if I don't fight you. Bro, who does that? Who talks like that? You know? I respect that. You know, I like that. You know, I'm always, I want him to win, bro. You know, we've seen Manny win enough. Go be president, do what you got to do. But at the same time, check this out. Him coming back as a president and fighting, you know, shit. I like Philippines and all that. You know, I like their noodles. They got these, like, Scotch tape looking noodles that taste good. Never seen them before, you know. But I'm going to be treating myself to this ringer thing, and I hope that means that when I call, I jump to the line. We'll see, because I already was in my feelings after two dudes got on. But this is new. You know, and it's all good. I don't know if it's contingent, like, on your side, a bell goes off because they ain't called, you know?
I just had to be, you know, I know yesterday you told me that you upgraded. I just haven't.
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen it, you know what I mean? So
it's all good. It's all good. But just know that my treat to myself was TBV. So, and I'm proud of that. You know, that makes sense. But that's just me, bro. Because this is my cura.
Yeah, look.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
I do see here that you
paid for the year. Say it.
Yeah. I just got it. I just don't know.
Say it.
I gotta see. Let me see.
Say it.
Say it.
Fuck, let me enjoy that shit. That's sweat, bro. That's my 100% compensation from the military, bro.
Tell him, Ness.
Yes.
Tell the world.
Yes. He has paid for the year to be a ringer.
That's what's up.
Oh,
you know. So now, check this out.
August
now
17th.
I can pay for a super chat for someone. You know, I'm down with that too. You know, I like King Born and this craziness. You know, that's the kind of dudes I grew up with. You know, I like that shit.
For sure.
Anyway, much love and respect to you all. Blessings. Stay safe. You know, be careful. Just COVID. 2 of my daughters got COVID. One is in intensive care. So, don't, this is a real deal, bro. Wow. And I'm front lines in the VA hospital, bro. This is no joke, man. And just because you got your shot, read my lips, you can still get sick, bro. I'm in front lines looking at that. So it's not a rumor, all right? God bless Spence and his eye. Now that it's a full tear, that's no joke. I've seen soldiers recovering from that upside down in that little, like, massage chair. They got to be in darkness. All of that is true, and I've seen it firsthand. So, again, I'm real excited with my ringer. I appreciate the opportunity. And next, keep checking out everything so I don't have to and come to you and do me in wrestling. Good. I'll do all that shit with y'all now.
You good, man. You good.
Vamos, campeón.
Yo, and prayers to you and your daughter.
Yes, to you and your family, man. Hope everything works out. We got a Cash App from Hawk in Maryland. It says, taking bets. Tyson hasn't fought in 2 years. I mean, what they talking about? Tyson Fury?
Yeah, bro.
But then that means Wilder hasn't fought in 2 years.
Yeah, I guess that Wilder's been looking so much better on the media than Tyson Fury.
I mean,
maybe that's a misconception and the forgetness of they both haven't fought.
I mean, I don't know. The report is Tyson's going through some personal issues too, so we'll see what happens with that fight. Hawk with another one that says WBC the launcher. So basically, he's saying if your boy Bob Arum would have given my boy Shakur the Valdez fight, it would have led him into the Burchelt fight, and the WBC belt would have blew him up. You know what I'm saying? Then he goes into the Herring unification as a blown up WBC champ. You know what I mean? Clap all day. And Line 6 Reed with a Cash App that says, yo, 2 counter punches for that dude. So is For Sure Fire D on the line? For Sure Fire D?
I don't see him over here on Blog Talk.
Well, let's go to...
Oh, wait. Somebody just jumped on. Hold on.
That's Marcus in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Let me go to James Benitez. What up?
In the building.
Yes, good morning, fam. How y'all boys doing?
Vamos, campeón.
All good. Blessed to have another day.
Man, what's it gonna take, man? The guy ain't gonna get Border Wars down there, the Club Chocolate. I mean, the Club Cosmetology.
Bro, it's gonna take an Atlanta fighter.
Yo, that was a beautiful scenery, man. I mean, golly. I know y'all boys loved it, man. I don't even know how y'all can actually call the fights, man, with all the amazingness that was around there, man.
We got the
the drinks were high as hell. You know, them $15 shots, that was crazy. But
damn.
Yeah. But other than that, man, it was a beautiful scenery, man. I'm still disappointed, man, with that DC3 fight, man. I had such high hopes for it, man. Such high hopes for it. It was like, and the crowd was going crazy, man. Like, you remember the whole St. Louis side of the dang on of the place? They were just like in like shock, man. Like they're about to cry over there.
Yeah, I saw that. Man, that was rough.
It was like that first round. It was like 10 seconds in, already on his ass. 15 more seconds on his ass again.
Yeah.
I'm still pissed. I'm still pissed at that judge, man. That 75-73, man. I don't know what they couldn't have been watching the fight at all.
It was that initial knockdowns.
But overall, man, I'm glad that y'all boys had safe travels. Say what?
Point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm glad that y'all boys had safe travels, man. I'm glad that y'all boys back on air. I'm glad that I was able to see y'all, man. And man, hopefully we can get an Atlanta fighter, man, so we can try to work something out, man, to make it happen.
Word.
Matter of fact, the Intrigue need to make his debut, man. I remember he was talking about that before.
Yo, good call. Yeah. That's actually, we met his coach.
The thing is,
I don't know if but I've just met him.
It's hard to do still. Intrigue ain't a main event yet. Like, how the hell are you going to main event in Atlanta? Like, I don't want to. That Cosmopolitan is big. We can't just go out there and fail. That shit is big.
It is big.
That shit is
and
big,
it's set up
man.
so well. Like, you gotta have VIP shit, like tables.
Honestly, I would like a lower ring though for Border Wars. Like, I'm good with honestly, I'm good with like half of that. That 4-foot shit is kind of whack, man. I feel like if you give people, they sitting, man, give them fucking sitting. Like, why my neck gotta be up and then see through the road? At least,
but that VIP though makes it even better. It makes it even more worth it to spin.
Yeah, but
especially if we got fighters there. That's the celebrity section.
All right, but then again, we need Patreons, and to get Patreons, we need local fighters, man, or big names.
I think a 2-foot height would be good. You're right now. Even us as commentators, we're like looking at the edge of the top of the canvas. Yeah. And if you're not Ness's height, you're not getting above the first rope. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, honestly, your gym, that was perfect height. That's like fucking 12 inches. That's the perfect height. And when they changed it to the black mat, it was even better. Except, the cushion was trash. But 12 inches is amazing. For me, visually, you see better. I want to see the fighter entirely. Obviously, the further back, it makes it rougher. But again,
no, it makes it. Oh yeah. If it's a lower ring, you're right.
But again, they set up these chairs the best. Let's just be real. I was talking.
Yes, that was the best.
Yeah, Les mentioned that to me when we were walking around.
I was talking to the promoter. I'm like, bro, y'all did a fantastic job with the chairs. So they got more chairs because they didn't use a barricade. Peep that. The last show had a barricade, didn't it? We didn't have a barricade.
They had a barricade.
They had a barricade, but it was only one. They didn't use the other side.
And the security acted as a wall.
But in front, I'm talking about. Remember that bar when you come in through the door and you go straight? The bar where you use that bar this time.
Yeah, the middle.
That's in front of the ring, but we are to the right of the ring. Us as a commentator. So what I'm saying is, was there a barricade there?
Behind.
No, there wasn't.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why they had a third or a fourth row. I mean, ask Kels. He bought ringside.
Kels sat there. When Kels sat there, there was a barricade, but it wasn't a barricade this time.
Exactly. Exactly. And when
not at that part. Now where he's talking about in front of that second bar.
And when Kels sat there the first time, it was only 2 rows of chairs. These people had like 4 or 5 rows of chairs.
Yes. It made it look so much bigger. It was crazy.
They killed it. They killed the layout. And then Think about it. They had chairs right behind us, bruh. If I would have spent the money on the backdrop that we had planned, we couldn't have used it where they positioned us, because we would have blocked Kel's entire view. He was literally over my shoulder. Like, that shit was crazy. They packed it out, but I will tell you, the right fights, I could see us in that spot in like 3 or 4 border wars, as it gets bigger, as these belts get more prestigious. Look at Tank. If he wins, he's a 2 division champ, first ever. And if Ant wins, he's the upset. And maybe we could go to Atlanta with Ant, right? So, because he's right there in Ohio. So, I mean, it's gonna take some storyline and some building. But I can see us definitely using that venue. But it's got to be a big Border Wars. That's a big location. I don't want to fail. That's a big location.
That's a lot of space.
Imagine
for
that VIP being empty. Like, imagine not being able to sell that VIP. That VIP is so perfect. If you've ever been to Madison Square Garden for a fight, and I'm talking about the little room, the 4,000 seat arena, that's what that VIP feels like. It's like you're right. And again, because of the height of the ring and the height of the VIP, you're like above the ropes.
That's right. The way they position that ring near that VIP section, because the Cosmopolitan Premier Lounge is that spot. It is a club spot when it's not hosting these fights. But the way they put the ring in the right place with the lighting, and it's just listen, it was an atmosphere.
Yeah,
it was an atmosphere. Yo, it would be great, bro, to have it there for Border Wars.
Yeah,
that would be so good. Everybody would be so happy.
It's hard to do that. It's hard to do that. Honestly, without Dallas is so easy because we got such a big fan base out there. I don't. We would have to see what Atlanta looks like. We never called upon Atlanta TBV listeners, man. We would have to see, because. That would be that would definitely step us up in terms of venue. That would be our best venue to date until we top that. Like, if we can get that venue, I would be like, oh shit. We're like, if
we could pack
that's
that,
a crazy venue. But anyway, let me stop the dreaming. We're going to James. James might be the guy, because I see you. I seen your promo. I wish that there was some way I can share it, but it was a Dropbox. I would have to upload it to share it, and I couldn't because you chose the Rocky music. But James is out here working. I'm mad jealous. I'm jealous because he's gonna fucking debut somewhere else. I wish it was Border Wars. Supposed to be Border Wars.
We are talking about James Payne.
Yes. But it's okay, because when he comes to Border Wars after this win, he'll be coming confident. And maybe with a name, because bro, he's putting in so much work and so much promotion. He went from fucking Tennessee to Atlanta to train with Mustafa Mickens. He's putting in the work. He's swimming. It's crazy, bro. I wish he was a Border Wars fighter. He's promoting like a motherfucker. You supposed to have been a border. They stole him. That's the truth. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say the truth. I already told Doomy the truth. They didn't want him to fight for us. They seen my idea. And they like, nah, you ain't ready. And now all of a sudden he ready on their card. It's all good. It's all good, because I'm a Gemini. I give away ideas all day. But the truth is, they seen my vision and they was like, hold up, let me get James' debut. But I'm happy to see that I was correct. And as a fighter of potentially Border Wars, he got all the elements. Not only is a heavyweight, which brings out the casuals. Physically, he fits the part. He speaks well. And now we see that his promotion is through the roof. Honestly, he's on par with Marvin. Marvin does promotion like that, editing and transitions in between different videos and music. And that's what he's doing for his fight, which is taking place in the fairgrounds. I'm actually go ahead and screen share it, because I'm not a hater. Even though they stole him. I'm going to screen share and let y'all know where y'all can see his debut. I believe it's even going to be pay-per-view. So if you're not in the area and you want to support James Payne, Lethal, who has like 3 different accounts, James. Which one is the one I should be screen sharing too? I never seen a man. So he got James Payne and James Payne Lethal, I think, right?
They said Intrigue versus James Payne in Atlanta sells it out.
Nah, Intrigue ain't no heavyweight. When Intrigue gets in shape, he's gonna be probably light heavyweight, remember? Or 168. He was heavy because he hasn't been training, and he was under 200, so that wouldn't work. But I'm going to just screen share this account for now. Since I gave you such a fantastic intro that'll serve as your intro, it's actually going to be taking place in the Nashville Fairgrounds, and he's taking on I Am Vito. So he's taking on a celebrity star. So that's what makes it good for us. Like, it's all good. You know, he goes out there, he becomes a star by beating a Instagram star, and then we do his next fight. Or he potentially becomes that Atlanta guy. James, you think you could become that Atlanta guy?
Man, we just working hard. We just making connections, networking, and just trying to grow the brand, and at the same time grow the brands that I love, being TVV, the boxing voice, and Try Start Boxing, because y'all believed in me and gave me a chance when I was just a regular caller, man. Like, it all started from me just calling in and originally listening to this show and seeing the success stories and the just growing to love the previous competitors and even current competitors and the border wars and the content, man. And I really wanted to just congratulate you guys. That was really the purpose of my call, but I appreciate the shots out. But man, the growth, you know what I'm saying? It started out as my favorite debate show with boxing content, and you guys have just morphed into so many different things, man. The interviews are spectacular. The content is amazing. Now you guys are commentating regularly. Atlanta showing y'all mad love. Atlanta been showing me a lot of love recently. I never expected that, man. Atlanta was a place that never really embraced me like that. But here recently, man, I've been getting just so much love and so much outcry from there. I just been amazed and just really humbled by it. And I really appreciate everybody that's been supporting me and encouraging me. Especially Coach Mustafa Mickens for welcoming me into his gym and sharing his knowledge and his understanding with me on the sweet science, man. I'm just so appreciative of him and so humbled by his presence. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that's helped me. It's so many names that I can't even mention it. I'm actually in the middle of pulling off some epic shit, Ness, man. I got agreements from Amicia Jimenez, the Bazooka. Yes. I got agreements from D'Angelo, Madman, Leishman, and I got agreement from Rodell Super Maze. They all want to spar with me and help me in preparation for my September 17th show. And they all want to spar each other. And they've never sparred before, but they all communicate with me, and I was able to convince them all that this was the best thing for us because iron sharpens iron. And so they all agree.
Yo, that's official. Shout out to you, man. Lord.
Hold up.
That's crazy. That's amazing, man. That's gonna be huge. You know, I might need to be out there for that, man. I might have to.
Yeah, man. We're organizing it and coordinating it now to get the best date available. Right now, it's looking like it's gonna be at the end of August because I really feel like that sparring with those guys will give me that extra boost of confidence because I still been slightly nervous, man. I've been putting in the work, man, but it's just. Every time I watch my footage back, I just see so many chinks in my armor, man. I'm just not satisfied. I'm never satisfied. They say I'm too hard on myself, man, but I just...
Yeah, you look good, man.
I've only been boxing for 6 months.
I got to see some of that footage, and yeah, bro, you look good. You look really good.
And if you want, y'all could screen share my page. And I only got one page. I don't got 3. It's only one. It's only one James Payne Lethal. So if it's some other motherfuckers out there claiming that shit, they imitations.
You definitely hit me from two different Jameses.
I mean, I got James Payne on Facebook, but then I have a James Payne Lethal fan page on Facebook, and on Twitter is James Payne Lethal. On Instagram is James Payne Lethal. There's none others. I'm not blue check yet, but we on the path forward. So if it's another motherfucker out there claiming it, then they are imitation of me. They my kids. They ain't me though. So you know what I'm saying? You know, it's only one. But you know, you can screen share that without the audio, and I appreciate the community. And there's been some real motherfuckers in the community that's really embraced me too. And I gotta just take a second to shout them out, man, because they so special and they be giving me so much mentorship. I appreciate that. First, you, Nesta Gibbs, because you didn't have to. You talk to a lot of people, man. You talk to a lot of people. You got a lot of connections. You a businessman. You got a lot of shit going on, but you always make time to get back with me, to respond with text messages, voice calls, man. You take that time. Doomy and Mario, man, the encouragement y'all gave me face to face in Atlanta, man, I took that shit to heart. King, I never forgot what you said to me in the chat months and months and months ago. And I took that to heart. That's why I went to MCB in the first place, because of what you told me. Even CYP, I know we don't hear from him no more, but CYP told me I had to become a new person if I was going to be serious about participating in border wars. And I've been on that mission, man. I'm 45 pounds down, in the best shape of my fucking life, and I'm hungrier than I've ever been in my life. King Born, Info Joe, thank y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for what y'all do. Jay Benitez, man, you be traveling all over the place supporting TBV, and he coming to my show on the 17th, man. That's a real nigga. That's a real nigga, man. Thank you, Jay Benitez. That's what's up. Thank you. Bo and Belma, Stainless, and y'all be on the lookout for this Still Fighting Deontay Wilder Part 2, To This Day Part 2, featuring Stainless, James Payne Lethal, and JP Long Beach Stand Up. We got that coming for y'all real soon. Y'all be on the lookout. This shit finna turn the streets on fire. So, man, TBV for life. I ain't gonna take up too much time. Y'all gave me too much time, but I appreciate y'all, man, to the fullest, man. I love the shit out of this show, man. This is my favorite show. Y'all have changed my life, and I mean it, man. It's not cap. You know what I'm saying, man? Y'all helped me lose weight. Y'all gave me a new direction, a new purpose in life. I told y'all what my end game was, and I'm trying to get there. And all of the border wars fighters, man, train hard, stay strong, and I hope to see y'all soon. And I'll be watching, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate TBV, man, the boxing voice. This is the real shit right here. The boxing voice, man. Like this shit. Subscribe to this shit. Follow on Instagram. Follow on Facebook, man. This is the illest motherfucking boxing podcast on the planet. None other come close. They might got more subscribers, but the thing is authentic, man. I'm telling you. These are real people, man. Real people with real love for this sweet science, this boxing shit. So y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe every video. Just like that. James Payne Lethal out.
Woo! Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Yeah, man, definitely should clip that whole part from the video and use it on your Instagram. We were screen sharing your Insta, and shout out to James Benitez, man. He reminded me of Killer Kells, man. Killer Kells has come to, 3 of our commentating gigs in Atlanta?
That's right, VIP style.
I couldn't believe when I got the text and he said, yo, y'all back at the Cosmopolitan? I'm like, bro, you really coming back 2 weeks later? Like, they flying us out. Like,
and he's not like standing room only. Like, he's always VIP got, tickets. The best seats.
He got ringside. He was right behind us, bro. He was literally in the booth. The next one, we're going to have to get him a headset. I actually told Doobie, like, yo, if we buy equipment, man, we need 4 headsets, man. That's right. We got Mark Blake in the Netherlands. What up, Mark? Shout out to you. Is it the Netherlands or am I wrong? Oh, my God.
I don't know, but he did have a super chat. Great commentary on the Atlanta card. Fire emoji. TBV is definitely growing.
Shout out to you, Mark. Thank you.
Little engine they could. I always thought he was in the Netherlands. I swear to God, I thought he was in the Netherlands.
Netherlands?
Yes.
Holland?
I do not know. But I can search it, though.
You got Ohio runs boxing.
It's American money, so I don't know how that works. But we're going to Ohio runs boxing.
What's good, guys?
What up, Marcus?
What up?
Chilling, man. Yeah, man. What a show, man, in Atlanta, man. I enjoyed it. It was great meeting y'all for the first time. Seemed like I know y'all forever, though, man. It was finally time. You know what I'm saying? It was great, man. And Ohio put on a good show down there, man. Mickey and Cortez, man. I was proud of them. Definitely proud of them. I had to support that
Marcus, you had a celebrity air to you the whole time, bro. You had people coming up to you like, yo, want to take a
pictures.
Everybody knows.
Yo, if y'all don't know, my man got the dopest raiding hat out there with fighters from Ohio on
and dope gear that he makes himself.
Yeah.
That shit was dope.
Yeah. Hey, it's humbling, man. I appreciate it. I thought one of the funny moments that I had there was when Raspy from B2K was staring at me while everybody taking pictures with me. He looking like, who the hell is you with this hat and everybody taking pictures with it? I thought
hilarious.
That was funny. The security guy pointed it out. He said, man, Raspy, man, he checking you out, bro. Like, what's up with all this steam you getting over here? It was funny, but... Bro, hilarious. I actually said what's up to him. He was saying so hard. But no, it was never love, man. I appreciate it, man. It was great seeing y'all guys. Y'all know I've been rocking with Nance and the team, Todd Boxing voice for about 9 years. So it's been,
man. You
been a long
It's crazy that we just bumping into each other now, man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
right.
That's why I was saying that, and it felt like that, Marcus. It felt like I was seeing like an old friend.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I've known you for so long. That's how it felt.
Right.
Yo, where's the picture? Who took the picture of us?
I think I got
that was on your phone. Yeah. That was on your phone because I didn't have it. I
always,
Doobie, you need to send me those other ones too.
I know, because Mario be posting, man. Mario always posts. I see Mario and I repost it because he always posts, man.
Right. Yeah, man. But the girls down there was lovely. It was nice, man. It was a great event. You know what I'm saying? I pulled the Al Heyman effect. You know what I'm saying? People been hearing about me, but a lot of people don't see me that much. But I had to pull up, man. It was real important, and Atlanta showed out. It was a nice crowd down there, man. That was a lot of love, man. Y'all did great. Y'all did real great, man.
That venue is crazy, right? Have you ever been there?
Never. And I was like, wow. It was really, really dope, man.
What they charge you for that? Because you had a standing ticket, right?
No. I didn't get charged at all.
Oh, wow. You came in as media?
No. Yeah.
Okay, shout out.
Yeah, he was doing his media thing. He got the interview.
My man had a ringside seat.
Who was you in touch with?
You was in the.
You got in touch with Cortez or with the Bay Brothers or with Tyranny?
Man, come on now. Everything Ohio is touching me, man. Come on, bro. You know that. Cortez and them. And then, I came there for Amir Mason, the Mason brothers. Those are my boys.
Bruh, I like that kid, but I think he's small for welterweight. How tall is he, Marcus? He looks small for welterweight. Is he trying to get down?
I think he's 5. Yeah,
he said he's trying to get to 140.
Let me look him up. He's nice, but I was like, yo, he might be a little small for this division. Plus, he didn't get that stoppage either. So I'm like, dude.
Yeah,
bro, but he had so many people out there for him in the chat at the event. I mean, more people comment about him than anybody on the card, except for Truck.
Yeah. Amir is his brother. His brother is the one that our duel is going to be the one that's with Jay Prince. He just signed to Jay Prince a couple weeks ago. That's the one. He's the best one out of all the brothers. There's no mystery. There's nothing wrong with saying that. But Abdul is just on a whole nother level, man. He would have been an Olympian. He's only 16. Just turned 17. So he's another one that y'all going to be speaking about soon that's about to turn pro. But the Mason brothers, man, great family, 5 of them. The dad keep them disciplined, and I was down there to support them too, man. So like I said, it was a great event. Y'all talking about Ugas and Manny too, right? Or who y'all had win? Because I caught the show. I had Manny win this fight earlier in the week, but now I'm thinking to myself, 2-year layoff, man. I just don't know. Ugas can probably bully him and make it really rough, man. He can be a Jeff Horn in this fight. Yeah, I think he could be a Jeff Horn in this fight. I'm actually gonna bet on Ugas, man. If I'm putting money down, I'm gonna put some money down on Ugas, man. It's gonna probably be, what's the spread on that darn thing? But that's my call, guys. I'm out.
All right, yo, Doomy.
What uppy?
Is Mario there? Because I'm screen sharing. I can't.
Yeah, what's up?
How would it be for y'all not being able to drink at all these events that we've done? We've been able to drink. I'm not a drinker, so I don't think it would matter for me.
I only drink at one.
I didn't drink either. I drank a Red Bull.
Yeah, I drank only Red Bulls the last one.
Okay.
Actually, the last two. The only one I ever had any drink, it was during the intermission for the second night at Buckhead. That was the only time. Doomy bought me a Hennessy and Red Bull to try because I told him I'd never had a Hennessy and Red Bull. So we said, "Oh, I'm gonna get you one." So that was the only time.
I definitely enjoy Welterweight Jr. being like, "We'll be right back after a 15-minute intermission." I'm like,
hell yeah.
I'm hustling to the parking lot. I'm on the parking lot. I'm already in the parking lot texting them like, "Yo, I'm out here. Let's go." Like, it's time.
15 intermission helps, dude.
Yeah, it does, for real. Yo, but I'm still mad at Ness, though.
Why?
Bro, and it's not his fault. It's the way things worked out, but it was like this, right? They said, Mama's boy want to come. We want Mama's boy to get an interview. We said, okay. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get up because I thought aesthetically it would look better for the interviewer to be in the middle. That was the way I was thinking. So I said, oh, I'll get up. You know what I mean? And also, I had to pee. So it was like, boom, right? But they ended up doing like a pretty long, interview because we were on a very, very long, start time. Yeah. So he gets done, we get back, and they tell us 10 minutes, a real 10 minutes this time. So Ness gets up, right, because he had been on the whole time interviewing. He gets up and he goes off to do his thing. So me and Doomy on the mic, right? Now, we're not leaving each other. As long as two people are there, it's cool. In walks Hitman Holler. And I'm like one of the biggest Hitman Holler fans. I think, listen, young Gerald, he's just one of the best rappers. Plus, he's on Wild 'N Out, one of the most known. And I'm like, yo, I got to get a pick. And it just so happened, let me tell you, this was completely by coincidence. The day before, I was listening to some of the Border Wars raps. I had them all in my history. I'm not saying I would have played it for him and he would have signed me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, I could have shot a shot, but Ness was up. I didn't want to leave Doomy. And then by the time Ness got back, I lost that man. I don't know where he went. He's out. Or he wasn't out, but he was in VIP. And, I wasn't going to go up there and, I'm the commentator. Can I, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it just did not work out. But I'm the commentator.
I walked right by him.
I thought my manager was going to go up to him like, yo, I got this young gun for you.
If it makes you feel any better, I walk right by him and shit.
Yeah, no, it does not make me feel any better that you got to meet him and I didn't.
Let me get to this very late counterpunch. I'm sorry, Adrian. Just noticing this 11:51 a.m. counterpunch that you're getting 19 minutes later.
Counterpunch.
How are you?
I'm good. I just want to, I forgot to congratulate y'all on the fights. Thank God my lady told me, you better check to see if them fights are on because you ain't good at telling time. And then y'all were already on there and shit. I would have missed the whole fucking thing. But y'all did a great job, man. I like the way y'all stepping it up. One quick question. Is it just a business thing? Because I noticed that the commentary for DC3, obviously a lot of the energy was in the building for him. But I ain't saying your commentary was biased, but I felt like the guy who won didn't really get any shine too much. Y'all was right about the call at the end and real about how that fight went. And then number 3 is, man, y'all talking about that venue for Border Wars, that would be awesome. I'm really waiting for the day that somebody will step up and we can
shots
put Border Wars in somewhere bigger.
What's up with the shots you firing over here? Every time he talk Border, I'm wishing for somebody to step up. And don't get me wrong, I love what you're doing. Listen to me. I love what you're doing because you are gonna trigger someone else, but they are shots you're sending.
No, but it's not necessarily shots, Ness. I just want to fight in the next one. It's too hard for me to train and throw the show myself. There's a lot that goes into it.
Well, it's
Mario.
Mario needs to step it up. The truth is, if Mario can beat Jose, Corpus has been already interested on my own behalf. Like, my mentor has a good deal with a stadium over there, and then I don't know. I smoke hella pot, so I know that the story intertwines because somehow Adrian Clark's venue is like Mario's trainer's boy or something weird, his dad's friend. So he just got to win and become a draw. You can't go places where there's no draw. And we got to make it happen. But it's on the
listen,
fighters. It's on the fighters.
Y'all came to Wisconsin off me losing, and I didn't even fight, and it still turned out really good.
Yeah, but you got you got a support system. I'm not saying that it's easier for you or nothing like that. You worked hard for that, but nah, champ, that ain't.
Almost had a heart attack.
I've seen how many people know you.
Did y'all see the look on my face the whole time?
Yeah, but Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. You were tied into the fight community in that town. You're not just like a draw or not a draw. You're people know you as many different things, but they know you in the fight community already. So fans, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna show up no matter who you're fighting.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just saying, I didn't fight, and I'm not. And to me, it's really not shots fired. I just see that there's other cities. Bigger cities where there's more Border Wars fighters. Ness has said it in the past. You got a lot of dudes that don't want to travel to Wisconsin because we're in the Midwest or because we're not a Chicago. We're not a, you know what I'm saying? I'm not throwing this in a major city. I'm not going to Madison and throwing this. I'm not going to Milwaukee and throwing it. We throwing these shits out in the middle of nowhere.
Shots fired.
You know what I mean? I just want some get back. That's all. Someone else.
Yo, you got it. Listen. The Tank. Everybody knows the biggest star in Border Wars is the Tank. Mario. He's aspiring to be as great as Tank, but Tank, if he can beat Anthony, becomes a 2-division champ, the first ever. And we've already done events at Hector Vasquez's gym, so it's about looking for a better venue. Or reconfiguring that venue, because remember that venue is better than Buckhead. Let's just be real.
Yeah, and let me be honest.
Cool.
Buckhead is cool. Buckhead is cool, but Hector Vasquez's gym got the smokes, the lasers. All we got to do is change the time. Listen, it's a different business plan. That's it.
Right.
We were doing it for us. Every time we went to Texas, we did it for us. So we did the time that suited us so that we could, do something later. But if we do it as an event, he has a parking lot that is immense. You know what I mean? Everybody could be there. The key element will be something that I don't even need to say on air. I'm about to text my co-host. And I think actually it turns into a fantastic event.
Hey, that's all, man. I ain't trying to whatever, man. I just want to compete in Border Wars again. That's all. I got the itch just like everybody else, so it's tough to kind of manage the event and watch all the awesome shit going on.
Definitely.
Because it's I got to fight in front of one of my favorite fighters, even though I took a loss. That shit was dope. To fight in front of William Monroe Jr., I've met him before when I was training other professional fighters. I was in the corner he was warming up in. So, man, that's an experience that you just can't even duplicate. So, shout out to you, Ness. That was dope as fuck. But I'm just trying to get the experience that Mario got. You know what I'm saying? He got to go out and do that, and he had hundreds of people cheering for him. You know what I mean?
Word.
I want to get to that point where I get to feel that real pressure of being in front of everybody.
You can do that. After this one, all you gotta do is we gotta hire you an assistant to run.
Yeah, because it would be so unfair. Yeah, it would be so unfair for him to have to do the things that he was doing and then still fight, because he was playing a lot of different roles.
No, the difference is that I still want to do an Adrian Rowan fight in Wisconsin. You need to main event in your own hometown.
Hometown.
I'm already, and I'll sell out. I know I will. I know too many people. I'll sell too
Says you. I want to put it to the test. You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing. Yeah, what's that sellout? Yeah, I believe you, champ. Listen, I saw your the kind of rapport you have with the
bro. Let's just say Adrian Rowan is like the Zach Morris out there.
Yeah,
he's like fucking Zach Morris and Saving by the Bell.
Even his son, is dapping up everybody. Yeah. Everybody know him too. He's a little politician himself, man. He's gonna be a draw himself.
He's the man out there.
But yeah, man, and that's it, man. And honestly, bro, if I can get my girl she wants to help me on the side of this. If I can get her to get this down, I know I can hand that off to her.
Only thing you got to get your girl to do is get in shape, when she knocked to take on Rebecca Kramer after she beat Mario's girl, man. That's the right weight class too. Her and Rebecca in the same weight class.
Hey, bro, my girl ain't no fighter.
Oh, yo, come on, man. I thought you said you wanted to be a promoter, brother. That's a big fight.
I'm just being imagine
real,
I like her face the way it is.
Husband and wife is what Mario's doing right now. Husband and my wife right now. That's what they doing. They about the main event. Husband and wife. Like,
you know what the funny part is, Ness? My girl brought that up. She's like, I think I'd like to fight, and I just know her for 6 years. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Did you see the belt? Did you see the woman's belt? She would win, man. Come on.
I did see that. But I can't be like Mario.
No. I mean, you gotta look on YouTube. You gotta look on YouTube. I'm not talking about
I'm
the post.
terrible with colors. Is that pink or red?
That's pink.
Hey,
that
seen the
shit
belt.
pink.
That's
pink, man. This is
pink. Looks real beautiful. They all look real good, man.
But I'm not talking about the pictures. I'm talking about this actual video. Like, I'm literally holding it right now on YouTube. Like,
I was watching. I was watching it on
like
YouTube first, brother, because I'm doing some floors today. I seen that shit. It looks dope as hell. Especially that second one, the black one.
Look at that. It says women's champion engraved in it. Women's champion. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes, it does.
Oh, it's pink, homie. This is like
This
is like Amanda Serrano's about to fight for.
But I mean, my thing is,
and now our women
are crap out of Jose's girl. I mean, come on, man. The weight difference, man. I got Mario's girl all day.
I mean, but again, that's why
she catching a body.
But listen, as a promoter, that's why you main eventing in Wisconsin with your girl taking on the girl that beat Mario's girl.
That would be huge.
And that means your girl gets a title shot, so it's like strapped up Sammy. You already know. Let's go. Look at that.
I mean, but if Mario's girl wins, right?
Adrian,
can we have Mario versus Josh, and then Josh's girl Angie versus Mario's wife? Because I think that weight-wise is
trying to
more
get my
even.
wife killed.
I like that fight. Listen, if Mario's
That's
girl,
so unfair.
If Mario's girl,
you know it.
If Mario's,
oh my God.
Nah, listen to me, Mario. You looking at this wrong, bro.
Bro, she like Ann Wolf, except like 20 years younger.
If Mario's girl beats Rebecca, the way that I expect, right? I've already expressed this to Mario in the hotel in Atlanta, and I told Doomy in commute to Atlanta that she's too heavy-handed for me. I think the first punch, Rebecca goes down. She'll be elusive and do whatever it is she's gonna do until she gets punched in the face for the first time in her life. And she'll probably go down. Your wife seems heavy-handed, so a fight with her and the one Adrian is bringing up, that's not a bad fight. That's not a bad fight because of the weight. That's a good fight, and she can bully her and will be already more experienced. This girl looks like she's tough, but has she fought? And muscles don't win fights. I mean, look at Zach. Has he won a fight in Border Wars? He's got the most muscles. And by the way, so does Adrian. Hit me with the soundbite. That's not the soundbite. Come on, man. This is the soundbite. You know what I'm saying? So muscles don't win fights. Anthony got a loss too. And he got a body of a Greek god. You know what I'm saying? From what I'm seeing is the dads that are getting the wins out these days, man. But
dad pods.
The dads are getting the wins these days. I'm just saying. But all jokes aside, yeah, man, you guys could turn that into something, but there's no rush. I'm just saying, I do want to host an Adrian Rowan, Watertown fight. I think that needs to happen whenever it does happen. But let me get to some other.
Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know you were still there. Go for it. Oh, all right then. We're going to JT, or we can go back to J-Mac, who wasn't available hours ago.
The Mac attack.
J-Mac. That's a no. So JT, are you available? Neither
Crickets
are
are coming, JT.
That means Keem, are you available in Florida?
Keem the Dream.
No Dream available. Lidslow, are you available?
Las tapas bajas.
Get your ass in the ring and swing.
BoxingWords.com.
Hey, Daddy. Boxing thinking man's game. This a dollar beat. Skill. Up here. You gotta get out and think of motherfucker. That's what
BoxingWords.com.
TBV, what happening, man?
What up?
Man, everything, coach. Hey, man, I know Ness, you be like, man, Liz Lowe don't be fucking with us in Atlanta. Shout it. I got sick, and I ain't that type that like to spread shit. You understand? So if I get sick, I'm gonna sit my ass down.
Nah,
and I'm gonna tell you how even
you sound like you nasally right now.
Yeah, you understand? So it's like even more fucked up shouting where y'all was at, I could have walked. You feel me? So I wanted to come bad to hell, bruh. But I said I'm not built like that, bro. I ain't gonna fuck everybody else about some shit I got. So don't ever think Liz Lowe don't want to come hang with y'all. You know I fuck with y'all hard, bro. Just every time it be something. Last time I had to take my daughter to college, you know what I'm saying? It just always some shit.
Life hits everybody, champ.
I watch everything on YouTube. I ain't missed nothing. Nigga, I watching y'all on YouTube on my phone, and I watching the other fights on the TV. You feel me? So I fuck with y'all heavy. I will be at the next one. I'm still coming to with that Border War. So
nigga, that's what's up.
100. But back to go to this Pacquiao and Ugas. That shit gonna be great. Shot. I've been battling on who I think gonna do what. I still ain't sure yet, cause Ugas I believe gonna pull a surprise on people. You know, everybody just writing that cat off, and it ain't just like that. People better go back and look at that Porter fight. But as far as the Earl, the only thing I think was fucked up with that Earl, how people treated that man. Oh, this nigga telling y'all folk that nigga had an eye problem. Everybody called this nigga all kind of ducks and shit. Earl ain't never gave me that vibe of being a duck. And then he was going against Manny Pacquiao. So why the fuck would he do some shit like that? But that's just my thoughts. Now, I'm gonna give you a little back history on the spot y'all was at. Shout it back. That shit been there since I was in high school, dog.
I heard it's the hood, but it's still nice.
I told you I could walk up there, dog. Like, they really kind of cleaning it up now. But, yeah, you in the middle of this shit, my nigga. But
that's what I'm saying. For people to tell me it's the hood and to have been there 3 times and this last time to be the most money I seen in that building and still nothing go down. Cops was cool. Yo, the cop literally rolled up on us like, yo, man, what you think of that fight, man? You know what I'm saying? In his car. Like, he literally rolled up talking about the Darren Cunningham fight on us. Like, while we was smoking in the parking lot. Like, nah, man. Yeah. Nah, bro, that shit, man. I don't know what people in Atlanta seeing, but as a tourist, I'm not getting that vibe. I ain't even have
you better knock on wood.
Listen, I'm just giving you my experience. I ain't have one dude ice grill me. Not one. And maybe that's not the term you young boys is using these days, but nobody was mean mugging. Nobody was staring me down. Like, I ain't bumping into nobody and they ain't have a problem. No girl was side looking like. That shit was massively chill.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing, though. That's how we rock. See, just because you hood don't mean you got to be an ignorant motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying?
You right.
To just watch your tone, watch how you talk to people, and carry yourself the right way. You're gonna be good. Yeah, we got see around here when the cops fuck with you about smoking, bruh, they don't take you to jail and shit. They make you throw that shit out. You know, it depending on the situation, and you just step on that shit and go on about your business, bruh. But what I was telling you about that spot, it always had concerts like no matter whoever the big motherfucker that be out, Moneybag, anybody. You know what I'm saying? They always come to that spot to perform, bruh. So if you want to throw something there, my nigga, that is a great ass spot. Now you see how we turn out for boxing, nigga. We love this shit around here. We just finally getting more, shit coming to Atlanta, which is gravy. So shout out to everybody who coming to the city. Y'all seeing what's going on. This shit been here for years. I love it. I'm from this motherfucker, born and raised. Like I said, I could have walked up there, dog. But we appreciate you coming there, waiting there. We appreciate B&B Promotions, goddamn, bringing that shit here.
That shit
and
was
we
dope.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's love across the way. Shout out even to what's my man, James Payne Letha. Man, more power to you, bro. Don't trip about going hard on yourself, bro. Everybody do that shit. I done did. I just looked at my fight from Border Wars 11 today, and I'm shaking my head like, damn. Shout out to what my boy name that whooped me. What the nigga name?
Dylan Gray.
Yeah.
Or Ray.
So it is, bro. You're going to take some lumps. You're going to take some bumps. And it was somebody that was on the Facebook post that posted something about he was feeling some type of way about his situation. My nigga, we all go through that. But guess what? You got to Get that shit out your head. Go back and look at what you did and goddamn correct the shit, bro, because you got to keep it pushing. But shout out to everybody.
Well said.
Baldy coming. I'm out this thing. Shout out to everybody.
I don't know, man. People need to tune in, man. Today, there's a lot going on in Border Wars. I mean, look, this is turning into a Border Wars show, but we're gonna try and pivot back to Manny Pacquiao.
Real quick before you go into
Ugas.
another call, Ness, Will Lynch said Prime Mario beats them all, man. Is in it to win it.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, is there?
I'm taking that old man.
What version of Mario is his prime, though? Mario, what version of you is your prime?
The one you staring at right now, champ. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. Because I'm gonna put the way I threw punches in the first round of my first fight together with my second fight being more comfortable and more methodical. I put those two together. Plus, I'm in the best shape of both fights. Yo, that's a dangerous motherfucker. I wouldn't want to fight that motherfucker. I ain't got to tell you about my left.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
I'm tired of talking about my left. If I got to tell you about my left again, then I'm going to hit you with my left again. Just saying.
The left will send you to the Panteon, champy.
Right's the hospital, left the
Jose getting KO.
You know how it go.
Jose getting KO, champ.
Oh.
Well, let me get to JT, who's available and ready to rock.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, that comment. Come on. That was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yeah, can you hear me?
We do.
Chill.
I'm at work, y'all. That's why when you came to me, I was a little tied up. It was loud as crack. But look, if we talking Manny Pacquiao versus Ugas, man.
Yes.
I'm taking Ugas with the. I don't think it's a big upset like everybody will make it out to be. We gotta still remember Pacquiao is 42 years old. Yes, he looks sensational for his age and stuff like that. I just think age start playing a factor when you get to this type of point in your life and career and at this level. And a lot of people sleeping on Ugas. I went back and looked at the Sean Porter fight. I see similarities with Sean Porter towards Pacquiao. Not too much with the in and out with the feet and all that and stuff like that. So we know the hand speed is totally different. But I think Ugas got what it takes to beat it. And I think it's going to be Ugas versus Errol when Errol come back from his eye surgery and stuff like that. Any other type congratulations on y'all thing with y'all Atlanta thing, man. I hope y'all keep getting these jobs, offers, and then that, hey, never know, it become bigger than what it is. Y'all host y'all commentate a big fight. Shout out to y'all with that, Ness. Any other topic y'all was talking about? I heard y'all talking about Border Wars a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to do a Border Wars show at 7 p.m. It just keeps getting talked about because different reasons. But just basically, the bigger topic is, I know you picking Ugas, but if Manny wins, does he win by decision or stoppage in your opinion?
Manny ain't knocking nobody out. I don't see him knocking Ugas out. Especially at this, like I said, this part in his career. I think he lost that. Well, I ain't gonna get into stipulations with that reason why he was knocking people out, but I don't think at this part of his career he's knocking anybody out. If Manny wins, which I highly doubt, it's gonna be by decision, stuff like that. But I just don't see him outboxing no Ugas for 12 rounds. I think Pacquiao is starting to turn into a 6-round fighter. And after that, I think Ugas, if he's smart enough, he'll know how to take over the fight like Keith Thurman couldn't do. But besides all that, I mean, my kids, it was their first day of school. I was kind of excited about that. They don't have to wear uniforms, so they could go to school looking fresh and stuff like that. So, shout out to them. And, I mean, that's all I got, man, on my call. That's it.
That's all right. What's up. Back to school.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Some schools, they implement those uniforms. Like I think I don't even know too many schools where you don't wear a uniform, so it's kind of dope.
I think uniforms is better, man. Not having a uniform puts a lot of pressure on on kids. I think having a
Yeah,
uniform
you're right.
relieves a lot of children of those pressures. Everyone isn't in the same situation.
You're definitely right.
And you know, it's not easy.
I mean, it's that, right? It's the pressure that it takes off the kids and the parents, by the way, right?
Of course.
But it's also like, yo, where I went to school when they did it, I mean, you know, there were dudes that would wear like their gang colors and, you know, shit would pop off in the cavity. You know what I mean? So it stopped all that. It really did.
Yeah, that definitely stops that. You know, I think it just, you know, it's especially in elementary or whatever. I don't know what y'all call that. Like,
yeah, elementary.
Okay.
Middle school, high school.
Yeah, middle school. Like that's probably the best, where the mind is just not.
It's not there.
You're just not. You don't know. You know. You're still. You're following. You're learning. You're absorbing. It's just a. You know. You're not completely you. So, it's just easier. My Jimbe. Que lo que?
Don't get hit with the crickets, Mayimbe.
What up, champ? Yo, slow down. What up, champ?
Much, brother.
What's up with Jimmy, man? Why he so quick on the draw for you?
Yo, he never liked me, man. He never
called to train you, right? I know. Just like he said he called Hotzi.
Nah, Mayimbe, I like you. I just don't like your service right now.
New Jersey service, man. I got that New Jersey service over there, man.
He was supposed to do the TBV in Espanol. That never came through. Come on, Dewey, man. You're flaking on it.
I've been talking to Ness about that.
You've been talking to Ness about it for 5 years.
I've been talking to you about it lately.
Yeah, lately, man. What
I'm
did
about
Janet
to just
say?
go on in Spanish, bro.
What did Janet say?
Crickets.
Crickets.
Yo, maybe I need a new soundbite. Like, who even knows Janet anymore?
I don't know, dog.
Man,
you went
dog.
80s on us.
Come on,
Bro,
man.
if you don't know Janet, there's a problem with you.
But who refers
with
to her at this day and age?
Nah, man, listen, she's a legend. Come on. That's like not knowing Mike. Well, no, it's not like not knowing Mike, but I mean, it's close.
Yeah, Janet Jackson made waves.
Hell yeah.
She got legend status.
You remember that song? Yo, that went hard.
Yeah, I'm still here, bro. I'm still here.
Tell us how much you
So yeah, into the Ugas Pacquiao. I don't give Ugas that much of a chance. I think he hit the best fight he could have fought. He fought with Porter, and it wasn't that convincing. I don't care how old Manny Pacquiao is. It's just there's levels to this game. And especially when you're a veteran like Manny Pacquiao, there's also the tricks that you're going to pull. Pacquiao, you can see it in his face. He has no worries whatsoever. Shame about Spence. I'm a little disappointed about that. Hopefully he gets it back together. Like Ness said, definitely positive thoughts. And then he'll come through. But yeah, I also wanted to talk about the Rigondeaux fight. Obviously, you guys know that's my guy.
He only threw 4 punches, bro.
Come on, it doesn't matter. Look, yeah, it matters. But the guy won, and you have these fans, these fake boxing fans, justifying bad scorecards from judges. I mean, 117, 111. How? It's supposed to be effective aggression, not aggression, not effective aggression. He was not being effective. My man, the best shots were landed by Rigondeaux. And not only that, he didn't throw punches because he knew something was coming back at him. The guy was not effective. He shouldn't have won that fight. Did you guys think Casemiro won?
Yo, that's Mario's
I
department.
thought he did. I thought he did enough. I think that you can how do you award points for first of all, just go by the box score. Like, my man, I get what you're saying, but it's not enough to just make someone miss. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough to make someone miss. Like, you got to do something else. Like, it was a close fight. Yeah, I'm just saying it wasn't like a Rigondeaux definite win. No way.
Right, Mario, but you're saying by the box score, you can't go off of that. These guys, remember, it's not a machine, it's not a computer.
No, you're right.
That's something that is shouldn't be counted. We should never ever go by box score. Look at the fight and tell me who hit more flush shots. It was Rigondeaux. You know,
you're breaking up, champion.
At the end of the day, it should still be judged. It should still be judged the same. And Rigondeaux, in my opinion, won. He hit better. It was his fight. How's he gonna lose fighting his fight?
Champ, but that's the thing, though. You're absolutely right. Listen, I know you know boxing, so I'm not going to sit here and explain something that you already know. But that's the problem, is you talking about these moments that he had, which were fleeting, few and far between, but you still score 12 rounds. It's like it doesn't matter if you look at the totality of a fight, right? And you could play highlight reels and, oh, man, it looked like Rigondeaux won. You're probably right. The best highlight reels of the best 5 moments would belong to Rigondeaux. But at the end of the day, the totality of the fight did not play out for him.
Where are his shots? Where did he land? Where could you say that's a round Casemiro won?
Bro,
you know, and listen, my scorecard is on there. I had it 5-7. It's on the back channel. You know, and come on, bro. It's ridiculous. We can't justify bad scorecards. I don't care what anybody says. It's still boxing. It's still the sport that we love. We have to hold these judges accountable. That was a robbery.
I mean,
and then the other thing
is, listen, a robbery, Majimbe.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
A robbery is when you don't do enough, man. You didn't do enough.
Yes.
And Rigo's always
117,
not
111.
enough.
117 to 111 is not a robbery for that type of fight.
I've been watching Rigo's entire career, like literally 0-0, bro. He's never doing enough, man. Like, he got to do more. He knows that. He's been getting knocks on the way. And look, you can tell he went out there and he changed his style, and that's when he started getting hit more. When he fought that dude Chucky, you know, he started getting hit more because the networks weren't going to put him on. Networks weren't going to put him on. Like, he got to. Ain't nobody beat for you just making them miss, man.
Word. And Casemiro landed double the amount of power punches. Like, again, I agree with you. You're right. You're making a great point in that Rigondeaux had the bigger moments, but the totality of the fight, it don't matter if you barely won round 6 and then Rigondeaux definitely won round 7. Because if you gave away or you allowed the rounds to be close from 8 to 12, then it is what it is. You can still score the fight for Casemiro. And I agree. Some of those scorecards were a bit wider than I thought they would be or should be. But ultimately, the totality of that fight was in favor of Casemiro. What did Rigondeaux do? This isn't hit. This isn't don't hit and then don't get hit. This is hit and don't get hit. And my man just didn't hit enough. He just did.
All right, but here's the customer. Here's Ness, and I'll send you over. I'll send you over $5 for a counter punch right now. Just give me 1 second. Here's the other thing with boxing. You have Casemiro's manager booing in front of judges, swaying them. That should not be allowed. This is ridiculous that we still have these conversations of people influencing these judges. We have to change this sport. Listen, I don't know how we're going to do it, but there has to be changes. We can't put up with this type of shit no more. It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's my call, y'all. I really appreciate everything y'all do. Boxing is number 1.
Let's go, champ.
Yo, I love that you're passionate about that fight, too, though. I love that.
I'm about to hit up Miami, baby. Yeah,
yo, Miami is.
He knows it for real.
Let me get to Stainless in Nashville. What up?
Stain the main. So should I hit him with the crickets or
red belt, black belt, WBO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE, and you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Yo, TBV, what's good? Y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Champ.
Yeah, know me. So you know it's like I'm gonna get you sucker, man. Every hero need his theme music.
know what I'm saying? So they gotta play my intro before I come in. We talking about Pacquiao Ugas, right?
Yep.
Man, I agree with JT, but I disagree with JT. I think Ugas do have great boxing skill. I just don't think he's gonna pull it off, man. You talking about fighting Manny Pacquiao in Las Vegas, and Ugas and a lot of Cuban style fighters, you know, they go to the body. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta play my intro before I come in. High and slow once it gets past the 5th round. Ugas is a little different, but I don't think that he's a big enough name. He got a big enough fan base. Cuban fan base is gonna be in Vegas to outdo Manny Pacquiao's crowd. And I think more than anything else, if he's not exceptional where he beating the shit out of Manny Pacquiao, excuse me, but I don't have another term for that right now, then he's not going to be able to convince the judges that he did it. Got to get back to work, though, fellas, man. As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up and share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you're stupid. Shout out there. Come in now. Peace.
All right. Well, that is everyone except J-Mac going to you for a 3rd time. And while I wait, Coach Myers is there. Boomerang, what up?
Is that Coach Myers?
That is Coach Myers.
Whoa, RTD2.
Yeah, you do sound like you're in a non-service area.
Champy.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello.
Service bad. Yo.
We hear you.
It's a little better now.
We hear you.
It's alright. Am I? If not, just skip me.
You good.
Oh, what's going on, man? I thought you made so much money you retired, man.
Crazy, man. Crazy. You know, whenever I don't do a show, man, something life-threatening is going on damn near, man. You know I love this shit.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, whatever happened. But glad I hear you on the show. We've been waiting like 3-4 days, just feeling. I'm just, you know, it's like me going out of weed, not having no weed, man. Like, what we doing? Glad to hear y'all back on. Glad to hear you back on. And, I thought Ugas over Pacquiao.
All right. Looks like Davidian. What's going on?
Davidian. Uh-oh.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
hey,
we hear you, champion.
I'm glad the show is going on. Hopefully everything's going okay. Ness and the rest of the crew. I was watching that live stream that y'all had over the weekend or whatever, or I forget what day that was, but that was pretty sweet. It looked really cool where y'all was at. So, of course I got Senator Manny. Yeah, I think he's gonna beat Ugas. I don't know. Ugas is nice, Cuban style, but I feel like Manny still got enough to beat this dude. So, but could be wrong. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know. Great show as always. Keep them coming. God bless you.
All right.
Appreciate you, champion.
Line 6 Reed, Boomerang.
Yeah, hold on. Hey, what's going on, man?
What up?
I was just sitting in the queue. My bad. I don't have nothing to say.
All right, champ. That is everyone. Contact us at NestGTO, Instagram, and Twitter at The Boxing Voice. On all forms of social media. I'm back with Border Wars at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And if any news breaks in between that, you never know. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and click that notification bell. We working.
We in there like swimwear.
Yo, at Mark Magsayo on Twitter, at Mark Magsayo on Instagram. Peace.
And you already know, Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ on IG. Alex Linus TBV on Twitter. And let's get these memberships up. If you are interested in the memberships, just hit that description and look at the link that we have there for you. Click on that link, and it'll take you to the 3 tiers that we offer here at the Boxing Voice memberships. Take advantage of the exclusive footage and all the cool emojis that you see on the chat. Chat is always popping. And again, this is the Boxing Voice Nested Gibbs, Mario Munguia, yours truly, Alex Doomsday Linus. Thank you for tuning in. Cheers.